Good evening, everyone, and welcome into the final event of All State festivities. It is the OCA Football All State game here from Richardson Stadium on the campus of the University of Central Oklahoma. Jay Lindley alongside the ball coach Lynn Chalkifer, and ready to get some high school football underway here on what is a steamy. What do they expect? It's near the last day of July, and it is about 105 degrees outside. And I'm sure the temperature down on the turf really more around 140 degrees. We don't have our own camera people here. The camera work that you'll see operated by the University of Central Oklahoma. But if we did have a camera, it would be focused on the one guy on the far side of the field who is braving it. There is one guy on the east side bleachers all by himself. He's braving the sun, while here on the near side, press box side, the crowd that is here in attendance and slowly filtering in, they are hugging to the shade that is situated between the 20s. For you, Coach, how brave is that gentleman on the far side of the field right now?
I mean, if you're an introvert, he's your hero. I mean, he has to hate people that much because he's cooking himself over there.
Well, he might be frying an egg over there as well. Of course, coming up, we'll dive into some of the players here today, and I know that we've got some stuff from the public address that we want to get to, but I want to take this opportunity, Coach, to give you an opportunity. Who are you most excited to see today in this ball game? And I'll let you choose where you want to start, starting on the east side or the west side.
We can start on the east side. There's a couple of different guys, one on offense, one on defense that I'm kind of excited to see. The running back from Stroud, Jacob Beck. I talked to his head coach, Josh Presley, earlier today, and just asked him to give me a little bit of background on him. I watched him play in the playoffs this year. Saw him at the state track meet. I mean, the kid's an athlete. Josh told me he's a 4-year starter on both sides of the ball. Averaged over 10 yards a carry for his career. Scored 28 touchdowns this year. The state champion in the 110 hurdles. I'm always curious when we come to these to see if how these small school kids kind of stack up against the 4A, 5A, 6A competition, because I know there's always a little bit of a skepticism when it comes to if those kids can play at that level. So this is an opportunity for those kids to shine, and I'm excited about watching them play. Other kid on the east, defensive lineman from Salisaw, Hunter Smith. I talked to BT, to Coach Tyler, earlier today about him a little bit too, and I didn't realize that he is John Smith, his nephew. Mark Smith is head wrestling coach at Salisaw. So as soon as you told me that, I was like, I'm sure this kid's a hard-nosed player. So.
A couple of stats on those two kids. And by the way, for those you stat geeks out there, any stats pulled I found via Max Prep. So these may not be exactly correct, but you mentioned Jacob Beck for his career, nearly 2,000 yards rushing, 1,948 to be exact, 34 rushing touchdowns coming off of a year in which he rushed for 860 yards on just 73 carries, had 16 rushing scores. You mentioned Hunter Smith on the defensive side of the ball, listed at defensive end, 45 tackles, including 9 sacks last season for Salisaw.
Yeah, I mean, those kids have a chance, I think, too. I don't know if they're going on to the next level to play, but had great high school careers. And I know those coaches are sure going to miss them. I know Coach Tyler and Coach Presley are sure to have them back. On the west side, on defense, just because we played against this kid for the last 2 years, a kid from Velma Alma, linebacker, Riker Sander. I'm telling you, this kid can play. You want to talk about just old school throwback, hit you in the face football player. I mean, that was him. He was unbelievable. And the coolest thing about him, when I talked to Coach Norton, is this is a quote from Coach Norton. He said he's the kind of kid to stick his head in the office and tell the coaches he loves them, which is awesome. Because, I mean, you got to have that. You need those kids on your football team if you're going to be successful.
Well, while he may do that, he may also stick his head into a gap and tell a running back he doesn't love him. 406 career tackles unofficially, 27 of those for a loss, including a campaign his senior year in which he racked up 130 tackles there for Velma Elma.
I'm telling you, I remember we played them 2 years ago. It was the first time we played Velma, and I put the film in, and they're playing maybe scrimmage and Minko. I can't remember, but Minko throws a hitch route on the far sideline away from him, and he runs full speed, and I didn't think the kid was going to survive hitting. And I just remember going, well, this is going to be a problem for us because we don't really like to get hit like that.
Yeah, from the sideline, go, oh,
yeah. I was just like,
man, go check him out.
This could be a problem for the Cats, but. And the last kid, the quarterback from Jones, who I watched in the state finals last year, can really play, Asen Hansen. I think he's probably going to have a pretty good game today. I talked to Coach Witt about him. He said his biggest plays when things break down. He's excellent about keeping his eyes down the field, finding breakdowns in coverage. Great leader, type of kid who can check you out of a bad call. So I know Coach Witt. When you get quarterbacks like that, really kind of have to celebrate that because they don't come around very often. So
you mentioned Hansen, Southwestern Oklahoma State commit for his career, 71% completion percentage, 62 touchdowns against 19 interceptions. Mentioned seeing him in the title game, of course, winning that title game against Washington 20-14 and ending their run there atop of the class. Taking a look at a couple of mine, and selfishly, for those that don't know, I do the play-by-play for Southeastern Oklahoma State, so that's where I'll begin on the east side, even though not the starter, the backup in this game. Isaiah Drake, the 8-man standout, played at Wadlika. Of course, they would be runners-up to Sealing in Class B. Nearly 12,000 yards passing for his career. Now, I know it's 8-man football, but 12,000 yards passing nearly at 149 touchdown passes while completing 65% of those attempts throughout his career. On the East defensive side, Parks Ratzlaff, who right down the road from where I live in Durant, played at Kingston High School. He'll be starting at weak side linebacker today. He's another Southeastern commit that I am interested in seeing. Taking a look at the west side, I go back to an 8-man guy in Wyatt Tillery, the 6-foot, 180-pounder from Sealing, who was a Max Preps 8-man All-American. Of course, they won that championship over Wadlika in B2 60-12, and in the title game, did a little bit of everything with 7 of 10 passing, 164 yards through the air, threw for 3 touchdowns, and on the ground ran for 230 yards and 5 scores. I'm interested to see Wyatt Tillery. For the West All-State defense, I'm interested to see Luke DeBusk. DeBusk, a 6'1", 230-pound linebacker from Jones. And why am I interested in seeing him? Well, he's a guy that racked up 110 tackles this season, 10 for a loss, 7 for sacks. But this is it. His last game as a high school football player. Why? Because he's an all-state baseball player as well. He's going on to play at Murray State Junior College down in Tishomingo. So I'm interested to see what he does and what is his final game of high school football.
Yeah, and it's easy to see. You start looking through these rosters of all-state players. You see 2 from Jones, and it's 2 from here. It's easy. And
then you see champion.
Yeah, it's easy to start figuring out why some of these coaches won some state championships this year. I mean, it takes really good players, and I'm excited about tonight. I've watched a lot of all-state football games, never from an air-conditioned booth, so I'm excited about that. I've been texting my friends that are down there just dying right now, asking them how hot they are. But,
and not offering them an invite to the nice air conditioning.
I told them we were full up here. We can't fit one more person.
And I'll even drop a line. Maybe we can get this sponsor for Squirtle here in a year or so. But by the way, for your friends down in the stands, there's some nice fresh Raising Cane's up here in the booth as well.
Yeah, there is. They definitely need to be a Squirtle sponsor for sure.
We're going to take a quick step aside and take a break and then pick up the PA announcing going on here at Richardson Stadium. Again, this is the OCA All State Football game, the 11th and final event of Coaches Clinic Week, and you're going to watch it right here on Squirtle TV.
Life moves fast, and you deserve internet that keeps up. Say hello to Pioneer Fiber Internet with blazing fast gig fiber speeds designed for the way you live, work, and play. From ultra-smooth streaming and lag-free gaming to lightning-fast downloads and crystal-clear video calls, Gig Fiber gives you the speed and reliability to do it all. Ready to upgrade your internet experience? Visit GoPioneer.com to sign up today.
Evolve Events strives to provide a top-tier youth basketball experience in the OKC metro area. Our goal is to create a safe, competitive atmosphere that also works within your budget. We are focused on facilitating an environment that will help all players, teams, and coaches grow. Whether you're aiming to take your skills to the next level, secure a spot on your school team, or one day hoist a gold ball at the Big House, Evolve Events has a platform for you. Don't just play, evolve. Visit our website at evolveokevents.com to get signed up for an Evolve event today.
Anger, anxiety, worry, and disbelief, these are normal emotions to feel with an unplanned pregnancy. You have options, and you are not alone. Hope Pregnancy Center in Alva is a safe, confidential, and compassionate place to land. Hope offers free pregnancy testing and ultrasound, and you will be provided education for all your options. Remember, you aren't alone. We can help with hope. Visit thinkunpregnant.org. That's thinkunpregnant.org.
It's more than just your lawn. It's your grass kingdom, your green canvas, your fairway to heaven. It deserves the Kubota Z400. With class-leading speed, agility, a powerful transmission, simple deck height adjustments, and legendary Kubota quality. When you need comfort, convenience, and performance, then you need the professional-grade Kubota Z400. Visit your local Kubota dealer today.
Six surgeons, 4 locations, 1 goal: to improve the health and lives of people in Oklahoma. At Oral and Maxillofacial Associates, we treat every patient like family. As the preferred dental implant and oral surgery specialist of the Oklahoma City Thunder, and with over 30 years of service to our community, we are trusted by professionals and dedicated to expert care. With 4 convenient locations around the metro area, we are here for you. Trust the experts at OMA. Visit our website, www.omaok.com.
Is your school or booster club looking for ways to fundraise? Let Downtown Threads create a custom website to showcase all your school apparel. You pick the design and the garment, we do the rest. We will handle all the payments and cut you one check when the website is closed. Call today, 580-237-7060. Downtown Threads, proudly supporting all local high school athletes.
When life takes an unexpected turn, you need someone who truly understands what you're going through. At Nixon Dieselhorst, we've spent decades helping Oklahomans find justice, standing up for what's right, and fighting for the results they deserve. Every client matters. Every story deserves to be heard. We are here standing with you. Call Nixon Dieselhorst today because justice, integrity, and results aren't just words. They're what we stand for.
The future comes fast, which is why it's important to start planning for tomorrow, today. So whether you're setting aside money for something special or just safeguarding it against a rainy day, at Gateway, we've got competitive rates on a full suite of savings products. So consider us your gateway to earning money on your money. Open a high-yield savings account with an annual percentage yield of 3.5%. Visit gatewayfirst.com. Gateway First Bank, member FDIC.
Satisfy your sweet tooth with a Brahms old-fashioned banana split. Crafted with a delicious banana, split down the middle and filled with not 1, but 3 scoops of Brahms premium ice cream flavors. To complete this masterpiece, all your favorite toppings are poured on each scoop to bring it all together in a perfect harmony of flavor. Treat yourself to an old-fashioned banana split at Brahms, where every spoonful leaves you wanting more.
Farming today isn't just about hard work. It's about making smart choices. That's where Correction Line Ag and BW Fusion step in. We're redefining crop nutrition with cutting-edge biology that delivers real results. Stop relying on outdated methods. It's time for a fresh approach. CLA delivers data-driven solutions tailored for every growth stage, boosting your farm's ROI. Ready to get started? Call 833-CLA-SOIL or visit correctionlineag.com. Smarter farming starts here.
Our brand, Octus Legacy Private Wealth Management, is a reflection on our commitment to our clients, each other, and the growth we hope to achieve. As friends for multiple years, we operate like a tight-knit family where harmony and collaboration thrive. Our dedicated team of financial professionals complement each other drawing on decades of shared experience. With a keen eye for detail, we understand each other's strengths, allowing us to deliver quality service. Our camaraderie extends beyond the workplace. We connect as friends, checking in over the weekends to stay connected. Our bond transcends the typical 9-to-5 workday, reflecting our commitment to genuine relationship. To become a client today, call us at 405-252-5925.
Oklahoma Career Tech. It's where confidence is built.
It's more than just practice. It's developing the skills to build a successful future.
We're doing work that matters.
To more than just us.
So, when a family needs me,
when my community needs me,
when Oklahoma needs me,
I'll be ready.
For almost a century, Sooner Co-op has been at the heart of the communities they serve. In O'Keene, Fairview, Loyal, Hitchcock, and Homestead, Sooner Co-op has been a big part of the lives of area farmers, ranchers, and residents. Grain handling, fertilizer, farm and ranch supplies, fuel, tire service, and the convenience store in Fairview. The Sooner Co-op is proud to serve Blaine, Major, and Kingfisher counties for almost 100 years and looks forward to 100 more. Sooner Co-op is proud of our kids, whether a Whippet, Jacket, or a Raider. Find them online at SoonerCoop.com.
Ready to get back in the game? Great news! The movement experts at Physical Therapy Central can help you find relief and results and keep you off the sidelines. With over 30 convenient locations across Oklahoma City and beyond, contact PT Central today at ptcentral.org to see a physical therapist.
For over a century, Sooner Plains Ag has been at the heart of our communities. Sooner Plains Ag is proud to support all area students and athletes from their hometowns and yours. Sooner Plains Ag is ready to service your grain, fertilizer, and farm supply needs. You can also fill up at one of their 2 convenience stores in Fairview and Mino. Sooner Plains Ag is honored to serve their member owners in their 4-county area for more than 100 years. Sooner Plains Ag, farmers helping farmers. It's that simple.
Martin's Machine Shop, a family-owned business since 1974, serves Oklahoma, Kansas, and Texas. They offer full machine shop, welding, and metal working capabilities for repair and fabrication. Their fluid power division repairs hydraulic cylinders, pumps, motors, and valves, and includes a full inventory of 6,000 PSI hose and fittings. Give them a call at 580-227-2734 or connect through their website, www.martinsmachineshop.com, to see how they can assist you today.
For a bank that's big enough to serve you, but small enough to know you, turn to Alva State Bank. Whether you're opening your first checking account, going to college, starting a small business, planning a wedding, or having a baby, Alva State Bank is here for all of life's milestones. To learn more, visit any Alva State Bank branch or go online to alvastatebank.com. Alva State Bank. They plant roots where others have branches. Member FDIC, an equal housing lender.
Born and raised in Edmond, Oklahoma, Trevor Randall is very familiar with the area and the Oklahoma economy. Trevor enjoys helping customers just like you identify the insurance coverage that best fits their needs, with over 19 years of experience to help you better understand the options, whether that's auto, home, renters, business insurance, and more. So give Randall Insurance Agency a call at 405-341-7878 and let us help you get the protection you need with the service you deserve.
Are you looking for
defensive lineman number 44, Sean Hamlet of Alva with Coach Ron Wilson. Defensive lineman number 43, Aiden Justice of Marlow with Coach Matt Weber. Defensive lineman number 55, Isaac Martin of Lexington with Coach Gerard Ennis. Defensive lineman number 7, LeBron Royal of Carl Albert with Coach Mike Duff. Defensive lineman number 18, Clayton Harrington of Piedmont with Coach Jeff Hall. Defensive lineman number 30, Gustavo Torres of Quincy with Coach Sam Embry. Linebacker number 12, Luke to Bus of Jones with Coach Kevin Witt. Linebacker number 8, Rocco Tartacoloni of Choctaw with Coach Jake Corbett. Linebacker number 13, Riker Sainer of Nova Alma with Coach Randy Woodman. Linebacker number 9, Rustin Cook of El Rito with Coach Russell Cook. Linebacker number 11, Cole Watkins of Winter with Coach Lance Manning. Linebacker number 23, Kellen Purcell of Guthrie with Coach Kelly Beatty. Defensive back number 3, King Kruger of Lexington with Coach Ennis. Defensive back number 14, Jake Farley of Carl Albert with Coach Mike Dunn. Defensive back number 16, Brian Davenport of Greenwood with Coach Brad Osteen. Defensive back number 21, Dawson Thomas of Washington with Coach Brad Beller. And defensive back number 4, Rich Barrett of Sulphur with Coach Corey Cole. Ladies and gentlemen, the 2026 West All State Football team. Assistant coaches for the West are Jeff Hall of Piedmont, Brett Manning of Lawton MacArthur, Curtis Cole of Lone Grove, and the head coach from Choctaw, Jake Corbett. And now, ladies and gentlemen, the 2026 East All-State Football team. Quarterback number 8, Carter Rickey of Regan Christian with Coach Jerry Rickey. Quarterback number 15, Isaiah Drake of Willika with Coach Tristan Geringer. Running back number 23, Randy Good Eagle of Hominy with Coach Caleb Christian. Running back number 4, Jacob Beck of Stroud with Coach Josh Wesley. Wide receiver number 1, Ben Daniels of Collinsville with Coach Kevin Jones. Wide receiver number 16, Bryce Ward of Cushing with Coach Rusty Morgan. Wide receiver number 17, Weston Freeman of Tonkawa with Coach Tony. Wide receiver number 14, Ryan Woody of Bishop Kelly with Coach J.J. Savannah. Wide receiver number 5, Ty Guest of Metro Christian with Coach Jared McCord. Tight end number 82, Carson Cooper of Kiefer with Coach Ted Foley. Tight end number 10, Kingman Crew of Poto with Coach Kate Hayes. Defensive lineman number 50, Creed Tribby of McAllister, with Coach Jeff Fred. Offensive lineman number 72, Carson Alex of Lincoln Christian, with Coach Jerry Rickey. Offensive lineman number 58, Alec Harjo of Holdenville, with Coach David Parker. Offensive lineman number 56, Gavin Ward of Tonkawa, with Coach Trent Harmon. Offensive lineman number 75, Jackson Arnett of Pahuska, with Coach Matt Tennessee. Offensive lineman number 74, John Watkins of Offensive lineman number 54, Mike Smith of Stigler, with Coach Johnny Easton. And athlete number 3, Tegan Collins of Muldrow, with Coach Logan Toby. And now the 2026 East All-State Defense. Defensive lineman number 28, Jackson Custa of Durant, with Coach Todd Portis. Defensive lineman number 25, Jackson Jones of Valiant, with Coach Joe Jones. Defensive lineman number 20, Hunter Smith of Salisaw, with Coach Brendan Tyler. Defensive lineman number 26, Caleb Helling of Inola, with Coach Brett Thomas. Defensive lineman number 88, Wayman King of Claremore, with Coach Jared First. Defensive lineman number 68, Alejandro Gallegos of Inola, with Coach Brett Thomas. Linebacker number 33, Brendan Hawk of Salina, with Coach Scott Parker. Linebacker number 7, Ryder Korn of Owasso, with Coach Billy Robinson. Linebacker number 12, Kellen Fry of Bushy, with Coach Rusty Gordon. Linebacker number 11, Parks Ratzlaff of Houston, with Coach Brad Beard. Linebacker number 18, Landon Neal of Eufaula, with Coach Larry Newton. Linebacker number 19, Lincoln Gott of Barnstall, with Coach Tyler City. Defensive back number 13, Whitney Box of Allen, with Coach Lee Box. Defensive back number 27, Kyson Spencer of Pryor, with Coach Kenny Davis. Defensive back number 34, Brian Seitz of Wellington, with Coach Tristan Geringer. Defensive back number 3, Jake Schurer of Torino, with Coach Kelly Rabbit. Defensive back number 2, Mason Wright of Grant, with Coach Gary Phillips. And defensive back number 6, Hayden Lee of Claremore, with Coach Eric Burke. Ladies and gentlemen, the 2026 East All-State Football Team. The coaches for the 2026 East All-State Football Team. Assistant coaches, Kylie Swinney of Barnstall, Adam Hass of McAllister, Tony Daniels of Collinsville, and the head coach is Preston Harris of Sequoia Tahlequah. Tonight's officials are referees Troy Hoover, umpire Randy Tabler, linesman Donald John, line judge Brian Harless, center judge Marty Hughes, side judge Sean Spiva, Track judge Bryce Sullivan, and field judge Carl Foster.
Are you looking for a local, reliable propane provider? Earnhardt Oil and Propane has been serving customers throughout Oklahoma since 1971. Let them tailor a pricing option to fit your budget. Avoid winter price spikes with easy pay, steady, predictable monthly payments you can count on. Need more fuel options? They also offer bulk fuel delivery, DEF, lubricants, and supplies for your business, all at competitive prices. For reliability 3 generations strong, call Earnhardt Oil and Propane at 866-270-1279 or visit www.earnhardtpropane.com.
Dr. Matt Dieselhorst at Dieselhorst Sports Orthopedics.
Welcome back, everyone. Chad Richardson Stadium. Jay Lindley alongside Cashion head football coach Lynn Shackelford. How are you all doing here tonight? I know how we're doing. We are in air conditioning. The fine folks outside, they are in the heat. Let's take a quick look at the two coaches involved in this one. For the East All-State squad, Rusty Harris of Sequoia Tahlequah, who was very helpful this week, sent me a ton of starters. Didn't get any pronunciation, so I may screw a few of those up. And then Jake Corbin, the head coach of Choctaw, been there since 2017, the Carl Albert grad, who his time at Choctaw, 76 wins against 34 losses, of course, 6A2 champions. Just 2 years ago in 2024, defeating Muskogee by a point in that 6A2 title game. Having been a part of the games like this, Coach, I mean, what's the mindset down there on the field? This is one of those games. It's not like basketball where you can go out there and shoot and play loose defense. It's football. It still involves hitting. So how do the players approach this?
Well, I think everybody's competitive, and your competitive nature always kind of takes over at some point. I think everybody kind of goes into it. It's fun. It's loose. I think they only practice 2 times.
Yeah.
Used to they'd bring them in like on Sunday and have 2-a-days. And I mean, it was a grind playing the All-State game. And then after COVID, it was like, what are we doing? We can show up on back then we played it on Friday. It was like, we can show up on Wednesday, play on Friday. So I think they rolled in Tuesday and practiced a couple times in shorts, and they're just going to roll it out there tonight. The nice thing about, especially if you're coaching and you're coaching an all-star game, all-state game, something like that, I mean, you're dealing with the best kids, so more than likely you don't have to spend a lot of time on fundamentals. You don't have to spend a lot of time, on it. And offensively is about the only place where there's any kind of things you can do anyway. Defensively, you have to play man. You can't blitz.
Yeah.
So if I ever coach one of these, I'd want to coach defense because it sounds like it's a whole lot easier. Just roll them out there and say, boys, go get it. But so it'll be interesting to see. There'll always be probably a trick play or two that they put in, just for fun. And
it's funny. It's funny you say that because that kind of goes to who I want to see on the West All-State offense in Wyatt Tillery, the Sealing product, given the fact that he was actually the quarterback for Sealing. He's got that skill set, so I'd be interested to see what he does. Another kid that I'm interested in seeing is Jamil Alexander, mainly because he fits that scat back status, 5'6", 125-pounder out of Altus with 4 school receiving records. Let's take a quick break. We'll be back after this opening kickoff for the OCA All State Football game in a moment right here on Squirtle TV.
Dr. Matt Dieselhorst at Dieselhorst Sports Orthopedics can help you get game day ready. Dr. Dieselhorst works with athletes of all ages, taking a coordinated approach to accelerate return to play and maximize athletic performance. His work with pros in sports training, injury prevention, bracing, functional rehabilitation, and imaging works seamlessly with his medical and surgical expertise. Get started by going to Dieselhorst Sports Orthopedics. Let Dr. Matt Dieselhorst get you back on the field, backing all Oklahoma athletes on the field and off.
Stream like the pros with Squirtle Live. Find out more at squirtle.com/stream.
Student athletes push hard on the field and in the classroom. But when injuries happen, you want a physical therapist who makes recovery personal. Prime Physical Therapy is more than just a clinic. We're a faith-driven, patient-focused team committed to helping athletes bounce back stronger. Healing happens best in an environment where athletes feel supported, motivated, and yes, even have fun. Parents, you can trust us to care for your athlete like family. Call or text at 405-706-1266 for a free consultation in clinic or by phone. Prime Physical Therapy, helping athletes get back to their prime performance.
Welcome back, everyone. Chad Richardson Stadium here on the campus of the University of Central Oklahoma here in Edmond. Jay Lindley alongside Coach Lynn Shackelford, ready to get this All-State game underway here on Squirtle TV. The East All-Staters, they are donning the blue tops, white numerals and lettering trimmed in red with the white pants. For the West All-Staters, it is the red pants, or the red shirts, excuse me, with the white pants, the white numerals and lettering trimmed in blue. And I don't know if we're having a dance-off for the West All-Staters or not. We had, watching down on the field, LeBron Royal of Carl Albert. He and Hudson Abel of Oklahoma Christian were in a mini dance-off to House of Pain's Jump here to get this one underway. Glad to have you along. It is the first football game of the – is it the first football game of the season, Coach, or the last?
I think it's the last.
Okay, just simply because it starts again in less than 30 days here across the state. Here is the opening kickoff, a south to north kick that drifts into the end zone and out of the back. And so the West will take it out here and get this all-state game underway.
That was a pretty impressive kick. I was just about to say, a lot of times in these all-state games, because there's not a kicker that makes it. You got to kind of get your team, and then, hey, who can kick, who can deep snap, who can punt. But he crushed that one.
Now, funny enough, that was Kyson Spencer, by the way, and there could be a reason why, because he's committed to Northeastern Oklahoma A&M as a kicker.
Oh, there you go.
Even though Spencer, a defensive back, playing at Pryor for Coach Kenny Davis. So the first snap for the West, and it's a quick out left side, and the pass is dropped out in the left flat, and it was dropped by Hudson Abel, who had the dancing feet earlier. Abel, the 6'5", 200-pounder from Oklahoma Christian. Career-wise, 1,100 receiving yards, 16 touchdowns, the bulk of those last season, with 732 yards receiving, 10 scores, including a 91-yarder. Empty backfield for the West, moving north to south now in motion, right to left. Handoff on the end-round sweep, making it 23-24 and out around the 26-yard line. The scat back, Tavian Holland, the 5'10", 175-pounder out of Duncan, who helped the Demons to their first playoff appearance in 5 seasons last year.
This is a bold move with the hurry-up offense in the 107-degree heat.
Here's a dump pass that goes over the top of Abel and incomplete. So the first one, you might could point to Abel. The second one, you have to point to the quarterback, Hanson, who left that one just a little bit high. And fourth down brings out the punt team.
So there's a few different rules in all-state games. For example, you can't rush the punter, can't rush the kicker. So everybody just going to line up, watch him punt it, and then they run down and try to tackle the
Boomer Brooks, the Marlowe Outlaw, out to punt it away. Receives it at the 10, a drop kick that goes high, but not a lot of distance, as this one will take a forward bounce from the 38, then check up short of midfield at the 46-yard line. In all, a net punt of 22 yards.
Yeah, maybe there's not a punter on the west side.
Yeah.
They didn't get as fortunate as the east. Or maybe he just hasn't punted a football in 5 months.
Yeah, it could be that too. So here come the East All-Staters. Quarterback Carter Ricky, who had an unbelievable career, undefeated in high school at Lincoln Christian. Of course, winning last 2 titles in narrow fashion over Sulphur He'll hand off here and take it down in the backfield. Stroud's Jacob Beck, and it's a lost play from the 45, back to the 47-yard line. So now 2nd down and 12 awaiting the East.
They jumped all over that. That was a really good job by the West defense right there.
Talk about Ricky for his career, or at least last season, mentioned going 42-0 in high school. Nearly 3,000 yards passing, 44 touchdowns, only 5 interceptions. Low snap, handoff to Beck again, and that time Beck didn't even have a chance to get ahead of steam. The mishandle on the exchange creates that lost play back to the 49-yard line. So the East, right now, if you were adding combined yardage, we are at dead up 0 because the West gained 4 yards before having to punt it away, and the East has lost 4 yards on 2 attempted carries for Jacob Beck.
I mentioned Ryan Skinner in the pregame. The East is having the same issues a lot of people have had with him over the last few years. They can't block him right now. 3
receivers left, one to the right, ball near midfield. Snap back to Ricky, looking left, and now flushed out to that side, looking, driving, now has to run. It's going to end up short of the initial line of scrimmage, being driven out over there on the far side of the field. Making that tackle for the West was Aiden Justice, the ECU commit, also a Marlowe Outlaw. The 6'1", 210-pounder was Defensive Lineman of the Year in 2A1.
Like I talked about a little bit in the pregame, a lot of times in these all-state games, all-star games, the defense really shines because there's really not any thinking. I mean, you got 5 offensive linemen that never taken a snap together that are trying to figure out how to block, and receivers running routes.
And as you mentioned, things have lightened up. They're no longer doing 2-a-days. It's like the NFL mini camps.
Yeah.
Ricky here on 4th down, pass to the left, and it's caught for a 1st down. Making the grab here on the near side, Ben Daniels of Collinsville, Oklahoma, who, by the way, a 2-way player for Collinsville, had 1,100 yards receiving a year ago. Defensively, 95 tackles and 7 interceptions, including a defensive score.
Wow. Coach Jones is going to miss him. I can promise you that.
Yeah. Don't replace those guys easily.
Not very. If you can, then you're winning a lot of football games.
On 4th and 10, they pick up 12. Ricky receives the snap. He'll hand off up the middle, bouncing his back. He is met 2 yards into the run at the 32-yard line. It's going to bring up 2nd down and 8.
That was Luke Debusick from Jones on the tackle. The West Side linebackers right now are playing pretty well.
Also number 12, DeBusk.
So DeBusk and Tartagalone. Tartagalone, the Oklahoma Baptist commit, and played for West All-State coach Jake Corbin. Had 89 tackles for a year ago. Those two converging in on that tackle. 2nd down and 8 here at the West 32. A little trickery on end around, but it is snuffed out quickly. Getting back there was Tartaglione again, and that a lost play of 3 back to the 35-yard line.
Yeah, he kind of sniffed that out from the beginning. That didn't have a lot of hope for success right there.
It was Daniels on that carry, the 5'7", 155-pounder. Had my broadcast partner on Saturdays do a little recruiting research. Some of the kids here not committed anywhere, Daniels being one of those, a little bit undersized at 5'7", 155. So 3rd and 11 here for Ricky. Receives a snap, kind of bobbles that high one, gives to Jacob Beck, the tailback, who is then met in the backfield, who then promptly throws it right back to Ricky. It was Clayton Harrington of Piedmont, the defensive end that got back there to wrap him up, and it's back to the 41-yard line with a loss of 6 yards. What would you have done had your running back done that in a real game? Just curious.
We'd have probably had a heart-to-heart at some point about the reasons why that's probably not the best idea.
He's trying to improvise here, though, in this exhibition game.
But hey, it's an all-state game, so why not? Why not try it? It probably seemed like a really good idea at the time.
So Ricky here hauls in a high snap, punts this one away, and this one will check up and take an East hop, and the West is buried inside their own 5 at the 2. Sprinting down was Brady Scott of Hilldale to stop that. And as of right now, we have no score coach, but I'm going to give a heavy special teams advantage to the East at this point with what we've seen on kickoffs and punting.
If it comes down to a field goal, I'm taking the East.
That drive lasting just a total of 8 plays, ending in a punt. And only 4 yards gained, interestingly enough.
Well, at least we're consistent.
Yeah. So we stay at 0 yards gained in this game combined.
I'm saying we're taking a shot here somewhere.
Yeah, first down and 10 from their own 2-yard line. As Asen Hansen, quarterback, the Jones product, handoff up the middle. Not a lot going there. Picks up a couple out to the 4-yard line.
Taylor on the third.
Dutton Taylor from Lindsay on the carry.
It's unable, and that's the one thing too, is you're not always able to find stats on everybody. And Dutton Taylor, one of those kids I wasn't able to find stats on.
He's got to get north.
Speaking of Taylor running sideways, as you heard Coach Shackelford say, you got to get north, and he didn't. He got parallel, and he gets taken down back at the original line of scrimmage, or actually just a yard back to the 3. So a lost play on – or a loss of a yardage there on the play, and it's 3rd down and 9. So 3rd and 9 from the 3, the 12, the line to gain here for the West All-Staters. Hansen sending Dutton out of the backfield in motion, 5 wide with 3 to the right. Hansen, 3-step drop, flush to his left, plants, fires, has a man, and it's just off the fingertips of Blake Chain, the ceiling product. Got it through his hands, maybe a little bit off target, maybe one that he will go back and say he should have caught. And with that, the West, buried deep in their own end zone, will be forced to punt. Remember that first punt they had, Coach, was only a net of 22 yards.
Yeah, this could be big for the East right here. If they can get another punt like they did before, they probably start on their own, or start on their 20 or 25.
So the East getting poised for their second possession here of the first quarter. Still no score. 6:19, clock stopped with the incompletion. This punt, a high punt that will wobble out, then take an East hop backwards from the 35 to around the 33-yard line. A little bit better on the net, a net of 30 yards on that punt.
Yeah, he didn't get as favorable a hop as he did on the first one, but not bad from where he was punting it from.
We got an official timeout, so we'll take a quick 30-second break ourselves. No score here. East ready to take over on offense again. Back after this, the OCA All State Football game on Squirtle TV.
The perfect golf swing. Getting to the top. Serving an ace. Whether a professional or a weekend warrior, we all want to do our best. But what if you get hurt? How do you get back to doing what you love? The team at DRH Health Orthopedics and Sports Medicine provide comprehensive and advanced treatment for injuries. DRH Health Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, working to get you moving again.
Welcome back, everyone. Jay Lindley alongside Coach Lynn Shackelford. It is no score. The Heat has been dominant, and the kicking game for the East so far has showed up. But there have been no points scored here in this first quarter of the 2026 All-State Football game.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how the East approaches this. I mean, they haven't had a lot of success running the football, so maybe spit it out on the perimeter to somebody with some speed, or take a shot down here at the bottom with one-on-one and a whole bunch of grass.
Ricky here in the gun. First down and 10 from the West 33. Fires out, bubble screen to the right, pass caught, and breaking the 30 down to the 28-yard line with that catch. Ty Guess, the Metro Christian product, 5'10", 170-pounder, getting the start here today.
If you've watched Metro Christian, he's probably caught a million bubble screens in his life.
Their go-to play.
They're not afraid to get it out of the quarterback's hands in a hurry.
I'll ask you this question after the snap. Ricky here in the gun, tied in to the right. They'll hand off again up the middle, spinning, breaking loose, 25-20, still on his feet, and then stood up at the 19. Jacob Beck of Stroud officially down at the 18 with a gain of 11. It's our largest gain of the day. In a game like this, I mean, obviously a coach goes in and has their philosophy, but do you talk to some of the players beforehand and go, hey, saw you on film, saw that they like doing bubble screen, whatever the case may be, and get an idea of what the kid likes before you implement anything in a situation like this?
Yeah, for sure, 100%. I think the first conversation you have is with your offensive lineman. You know, hey, what have you guys blocked? You know, what are you comfortable with? Because there's a million different run schemes, and then I think you have that same conversation with your quarterback. You know, what are you comfortable with? What concepts are you comfortable with? Do you like to throw, Y cross, or you like to throw vertical routes, whatever, and then, word gets around. I mean, there's 5 coaches on this staff or 6 coaches on the staff that I'm sure know these kids and are being like, hey, this kid's really good with the ball in his hands. Let's spit it out there to him quickly. Things like that. I think that's probably where you spend the majority of your time instead of actually on the practice field.
Last play, Ricky was under duress and incompletion, a jet sweep here to the near side that's going to lose yardage again. It was Daniels running parallel, and it's a sizable loss of 4 back to the 22-yard line. Call it the 21, excuse me. Yeah. So one thing is, like you talked about the kids knocking off the rust. For play-by-play guy, that's what this is. We're knocking off the rust. As you said, this is officially the last game of football season, but for this broadcaster, I'm getting ready for the first game.
Yeah.
That's less than a month away.
Well, I hope I don't get to do another one this year. That means we're playing here again in December.
Yeah, that means you're handling your real job.
If you guys like watching people on defense play hard and run sideline to sideline, just focus on 13 in red because he's a problem right now for the East.
Ricky receives the snap. It is a quarterback keeper right up the left side as they fake the off-tackle play to Jacob Beck, and he's able to get some of that yardage back to the original line of scrimmage at the 18-yard line.
Hey, here we
Sixth
go.
play of the
Field goal.
drive coming up here.
We're going field goal?
Why not?
Yeah, why not?
When you've got a kicker that is was a defensive back in high school, but a kicker as well, and is committed to kick at the next level. And judging by his cleats, coach, he's already ready for NEO. Yeah. He's got the gold, baby.
Go NEO. I'm saying he drills it.
This one will be 34 yards from the left hash. Snap is back. Of course, no rush. Kick on the way, and that one floats through easily. 3-0. East taking an early advantage with 4:02 to play here in the first. Back after this on Squirtle TV.
Why be a ranger? At Northwestern, with small classes, you can be seen. With over 40 programs from business to nursing, you can be career-driven. With a campus home away from home, you can be independent. With over half our students graduating without student loans, you can be debt-free. And with a mosaic of cultures, you can be you. Northwestern, success lives here.
Are you out of high school and looking for a career? At Tulsa Tech, you can explore exciting opportunities in IT, aviation, automotive, manufacturing, visual arts, and more. And Tulsa Tech offers a tuition-free scholarship for adults 18 to 23 years old. That's what I said, free. It's called the Accelerating Independence Scholarship. It's like fast-tracking into a career you love, can make money in, and a career with a future. Find out more about Tulsa Tech's Accelerating Independence Scholarship at tulsatech.com.
Well, the East taking an early 3-0 lead after a 6-play, 15-yard drive that stalls out at the West 18-yard line in all 2 minutes and 17 seconds of possession, and a 34-yard field goal made for the Northeastern Oklahoma A&M future kicker, Kyson Spencer, Pryor, Oklahoma. And it'll be Spencer. And it's funny, we've already kind of tipped our hat to the East All-Star kicking game after seeing the kickoffs and the punting. And interestingly enough, it's their special teams that get the first points of the game as Spencer on cue. This time he kicks it out of the back of the end zone. His first kickoff of the game. And the wind has picked up a touch out of the south. But that one almost Did it go over the crossbar? Or did it just leak underneath it?
No.
That one went cleanly out of the back of the end zone.
No, it went over it.
That's what I thought.
It was good.
It was good from 50.
Yeah. All the East needs to do is cross the 35 the rest of the game. They're going to get 3 points.
So this will be the West's third possession of the game. And so far, the West setting with only 3 yards of offense. And with that, we have a new quarterback in Avian Lachlan of MacArthur High School, who's coming here to UCO. Lachlan straight up the middle. Athlete, I went through and was, again, as I mentioned, some of these kids, it's very tough to find stats. I did not find any season stats for Lachlan. What I did find, though, was his game against Lawton High, where he amassed over 300 yards of offense. That's a good way to put it on your rival if you're Lawton Matt.
Yeah.
Lachlan, quick out, left side. This pass is caught and then spun down as Boomer Brooks along his own sideline there in the sun.
Yeah, it's just so far it's just been a struggle for both teams offensively. You can kind of tell there's not a lot of continuity up front. The defense is just pinning their ears back right now and coming.
3rd and 7, the 30, the line to gain. Lachlan in the gun. Now shifts his tailback, Wyatt Tillery, to the right. Snap from the left hash. Receives a snap, rolls right, looking downfield. Receiver trips up, has a man deep, and then wide receiver turns DB. Maybe a little bit early contact on the part of Janelle Alexander, the Altus product.
May have been a flag. I played her high school basketball against that official on the sideline. I'll leave him nameless, not to draw attention to him, but maybe could have dropped his flag.
I think, I talk about the play-by-play guy knocking off the rust. The officials are knocking off the rust as well.
I'm going to bet that we're not going to see a lot of flags tonight.
It's 105 down there.
Yeah.
They're welcome for the honor, and they're just here.
They're going to let them play. Unless it's just egregious, I'm guessing it's staying in their pocket.
A lot of hang time, but it's short distance. This one takes a west hop across the midfield stripe and then checks back to the 50-yard line. So a punt of 27 yards officially. And the West Side's third possession of the game, again, comes up empty. So far, only 6 yards of offense for the West.
Yeah, I was about to say we've played the whole first quarter on this side of the field, which is a big advantage for the East so far. It's a shame because the other side's in the shade.
Feel like I'm watching the Team USA in the World Cup against Belgium. They're spending all their time on one side of the field.
Yeah.
Unfortunately for Team USA, it was the Belgium side. Or the Belgium offensive side, I should say. First down and 10 from the midfield stripe, and we get to see Isaiah Drake, the 6'2", 194-pounder out of Wilika High School. You mentioned his passing numbers, and he is met in the backfield immediately. So some breakdown there as Targlione getting back there again, the Oklahoma Baptist commit. Those two may be seeing one another's on each other on Saturdays here in the future years, having both their colleges being members of the Great American Conference. At a loss of 3 back to the 47-yard line.
Yeah, I think we're going to have to probably open it up a little bit if we can on both sides. They've had some success, though, in the football. Both teams have. I mean, it's not 3rd and 12.
Drake here in the gun, receives a snap and a mishandle, a fumble, and it is quickly recovered by the West. Sliding through there, Aiden Justice of Marlowe, the East Central commit, with the fumble recovery. And that was just a mishap between Drake and Randy Goodeagle, the Hominy tailback. And we have our first turnover of the game. And finally, the West in plus territory to start this drive. They'll begin at the East 41-yard line with 2:04 to go here in the first quarter, down 3-0.
I know you just see the ball and you fall on it, but he could have scooped that thing up and walked into the end zone.
Yeah.
There wasn't anybody around him. Well, let's see if the West can get a first down, start to get a little momentum on their side.
So it's Lachlan again, the Lawton Mac product field that he'll be playing on here.
There we go.
On Saturdays, and the quick pass out to the right side. That one hauled in by Blake Chain, and that's the longest play of the game so far for the West. Matter of fact, it almost doubles their yardage gain so far. They had only gained 6 yards until that 10-yard pickup down to the East 31-yard line.
10-yard gain on the play. First and 10, West from the East.
Coach Corbin's over there in black long sleeve and pants. I don't know if he got the memo about the temperature today.
As with the snap,
Oh,
here's
he's got
Lachlan.
him.
He's under pressure, and this time he's going to be slung down for a huge loss all the way back beyond the 40. They have him down at the 41-yard line.
That was Bladen Neal from Eufaula on the sack.
Neal, another one of those Division II players. He'll be going not far from where I'm actually staying on Northwest Expressway, and he'll be going to Southern Nazarene University, about 10 minutes from that hotel. I know because I stayed there plenty of times. Second down and a green mile all the way down to the 21. Lachlan pumps once, still rolling now, dumps it and has it broken up. It's slapped back in his face by Kellen Fry of Cushing.
I went to high school with Kellen's mom at Morrison. She was a year older than me.
Fry, another one of those Great American Conference commits. He's going to East Central. 53 seconds remaining here in this first quarter. East leading 3-0. West with their best starting field position of the game, but after a 10-yard pickup, they're back to where that original line of scrimmage was. It's 3rd and 20. Lachlan with 5 wide, looking left now over the middle. Flush that way to his right, looking.
Take a shot.
And now we'll dump it short instead of, like you said, going deep. He had a receiver. I don't know if he could see him down there in Tavian Holland. Holland was inside the 5, had a little separation with the defensive back guarding him, but once that dissipated, Lachlan elected to go short. Wouldn't have had a shot anyway. Second consecutive incompletion. Brings up 4th and 20, and so we get to see the punt team out again.
We may have a new punter.
Here's a high punt that drifts inside the 20, but then takes an east hop after hitting at the 17. It bounces backwards to the 22. That's where the East will take over here with 31 seconds to go in this first quarter, leading 3-0.
Hats off to the East defense right there. They were kind of put in a tough spot after that turnover, and they kind of bowed their necks and got the ball back for their offense. So hats off to them.
I was about to say the other interesting thing, not only did they bow their necks, but they did it after a first down pickup right off of the bat.
Yeah, I kind of thought the West might get some momentum right there and go down and kind of threaten a little bit, but they went backwards after that first down.
So it is Drake still at quarterback. Good Eagle, the 5'11", 185-pounder from Hominy in at tailback. Drake to pass, rifles one. That one almost picked off. Goes off of the fingertips of Blanchard's Cole Watkins. Blanchard.
Yeah, he was getting some pressure. I think if he'd have had another half a second for him to clear that outside linebacker, that probably could have been a really good play. Watkins was a really good player for Blanchard this year, both sides of the ball. Really good tight end for him also.
Second and 22 here. Drake in the gun, receives the snap, looks right, then rifles a pass, and that one low and away, intended for Ryan and Woody of Bishop Kelly. So that incompletion brings up 3rd down. But you can see the arm.
Oh yeah, no, he's got a cannon. But also, I mean, there's just so much about football that's hard to recreate in 3 days or 2 days. You know, I mean, You don't have anybody out there that you've ever thrown the football to. Offensive linemen who, haven't played together. I mean, it's not the easiest thing in the world to come out and look crisp.
Drake here on 3rd and 10. Pressure off of the backside edge. Throws, and that pass incomplete. Led his receiver a little bit too far, and part of that had to do with the pressure that was coming from behind.
4th and 10 East from the 22-yard line.
Another 4th down situation here, and the clock with so basically only 15 seconds of game clock elapsed there for the East All-Staters as 3 plays and 3 incompletions. Here's Ricky. Nice, beautiful spiraling punt that's going to be fair caught, then bobbled. It's a live ball. I believe the West still ended up with on top, and they did. It's flying in down there to try and recover it was Brandon Hawk of Solana, a late addition to this All-State roster. So the West will take over again with 7 seconds remaining in the quarter, down 3-0 here in the first.
West needs to get some just something positive. I mean, they haven't. I think they've had more negative plays and positive plays so far. So got to find something you can hang your hat on a little bit, whether it's spitting the ball on the edge or find a run scheme that they're comfortable with. But they've got to figure out a way to at least get some positive momentum, some confidence.
This is the West's 6th offensive possession of the game. And a gain of 1 there will end the first quarter. So at the end of 1, it is the East 3, the West nothing. The OCA All State Football game continues in a moment right here on Squirtle TV and across the Sports Animal streaming platforms.
East River Roustabout, centrally located in Oklahoma, provides construction services specifically tailored for oilfield projects. Our team consists of highly skilled, experienced professionals who offer a wide range of services in construction, maintenance, and operations, focusing on both upstream and midstream sectors. With a combined 44 years of experience in pipeline and roustabout services, our team leads have a proven track record of success for major energy companies. So call the team at East River Roustabout today, 405-849-5156.
Summer. 3-0 our score here as we get set to embark on the second quarter. Jay Lindley alongside Coach Lynn Shackelford. Anything, see the stat sheets have been delivered. Anything jumping off of the page at you so far?
Hats off to the defenses and the kicker for the East. No, both defenses right now are just dominating this thing. Neither offense can find any kind of a rhythm or any kind of a flow. And I know when you're calling plays, that makes it really, really hard. You don't have, you're just looking at your call sheet and just wondering, all right, let's try this. Get something going. So it'll be interesting to see right here. The East have had time come out of the timeout in the West coming out of the timeout, so we can see if maybe they drew something up in between quarters.
Two teams have combined for a whopping 20 yards of offense thus far. Here's a heave down the right side. Has a man bobbled and caught. 20, 15, 10, 5. Pay dirt. Touchdown, West Side.
There you go. New formation. They hadn't shown the whole game. Got a kid running down the numbers wide open. Great throw, great catch.
That was Camden Lane of Altus.
65 yards on the touchdown.
So just like that, the West has taken the lead.
Yeah, West coaches got them over there in between quarters. And hey, let's try this.
A left-footed kicker here, and this one is good. It's a line drive that gets through, and the West takes the lead behind Briar Davenport of Wynnewood. Will step aside. West side on the scoreboard now, 7-3, 11:49 to go in the second. Back after this on Squirtle TV.
Summer job, babysitting money, graduation gifts. Sounds like it's time to open a free student checking account with Communication Federal Credit Union. It's made for teens and tweens. Open your new account and get a free Visa debit card for secure shopping power online or in stores. Plus, mom and dad can transfer money in and manage it all from the app. Go to comfedcu.org for details. Communication Federal Credit Union.
No matter what comes our way, we'll always put you first. You're more than a patient. You're someone we care about. And we're working hard every day to keep you safe and continue to give you the best care so you can feel comfortable here. Not because Stillwater Medical is a healthcare provider, but because we're your provider. And we're ready to see you and serve you right here at home.
Dr. Devin Nightingale is your chiropractic choice in North Edmond.
Welcome back, everyone. Chad Richardson Stadium, University of Central Oklahoma here in Edmond. West side on the scoreboard now with their first score of the game and really their most positive offensive play of the game. Their previous long offensive play had been 10 yards. That one going for 65, and it is the West now in front, 7-3. We basically on one play, Coach, tripled the combined yardage for the entire first quarter. I was going to ask, I mean, in a game like this, because we talked a little bit about how we're going to do a rolling kick, it appears, a little squibber, and a diving effort to make that grab. Over on the far side of the field is Grandy Good Eagle. In a game like this, with the lack of practice preparation, I mean, how often is it one of those type of plays that's the deciding outcome? How much do you bank on one of those plays going your way to be the deciding outcome?
Oh, I think you kind of have to, especially after the first quarter that both sides have had. I think I wouldn't be surprised if the East side's trying to do something similar. You probably went into this with 3 or 4 shot plays, that you thought, well, we'll catch them at a certain time. We can run this. And that might have been one of the, things you practiced the most. But I think you've got to have some of that. That's like I talked about earlier. I'm surprised we haven't seen a trick play yet.
So 11:48 here early in the second. And a 3-step drop. Ricky under pressure. He's going to be sacked from behind, taken down. Getting back there, LeBron Royal, the Carl Albert product, going to Emporia State, the Hornets. It's the future home.
Yep, up there with Coach Higgins. Emporia does an amazing job recruiting Oklahoma. Of course, if I was at a Division II school, I would set up shop at Carl Albert.
Yeah. they tend to have them there.
Yeah, you're probably going to find 1 or 2 every year that can play for you.
3 receivers right and 1 to the left.
They've got a chance up at the top. They want to take it.
Ricky firing out right side. I believe that pass was batted by Royal. It's funny you say that because brought memories to my mind of a standout that Southeastern had years ago from Carl Albert and Kevin Jones. The kid was a all-conference linebacker for a couple of seasons down in Durant.
Yeah, they don't have a problem finding good athletes, good football players, or at least not in a long time.
So here is 3rd down and 11. Trips to the left, ball between the hashes. Ricky under pressure immediately, throws it out right side, pass caught, 35, lowering his shoulder over the 40. Not near enough for a first down, though, for Jacob Beck. That catch out of the backfield to the 42-yard line, gain of 7. And will the East go for it here?
Why not? I mean, other than one play, I mean, you've held them without a first down. Looks like they're going to go, doesn't it? Yep.
Yeah. So going for it here on what is a 4th and 5. They must make the 46 for a first down. Pair of tailbacks in the backfield as the quarterback Ricky splitting those two backs. In motion, right to left is Braden Swickerath of Berry Hill. And here is Ricky trying to fight his way for a first down. He had blockers. Basically, that was kind of a decoy play. Set up kind of a lead draw, if you will, for the quarterback, and it didn't go really anywhere. Picks up 3, but not enough for a first down. Actually only picking up 2 to the 44.
Yeah, that was a pretty good effort by him just to get that. Looked like he was going to be stopped for no gain.
So the West will take over on downs. And we'll begin this in plus territory. Their first possession in East territory, because their last, only scoring one, took place for their own 35.
Yeah, let's see if they can build on that momentum they had off their last drive.
From the 44 instead, it's a fumble that's scooped, picked up on the run, midfield to the 40, left sideline, 30, 25, stutter stepping, 20, breaks another tackle, 15, coming to the near side, down to the 10, to the 5, has a blocker and has the end zone. Mason Wright of Bayan.
That was an incredible return.
Going to Northeastern Oklahoma State, and it is Wright that has the East defense on the scoreboard and has the East with their first score of the game, or first touchdown of the game, I should say.
Well, so much for building off the momentum.
And funny enough, that was about, the touchdown pass was 65. That was about a 65-yard return, the way that ball shot out.
It looks like we're either getting a 65-yard play or a 4.
Because it was Wright, by the way, played cornerback at Vian. He's playing free safety here in this game, and was able to make a heck of a return on that one. And there's a line drive extra point that is good. So the East back in front behind a defensive score. 10-7 now. 10:27 to go here in the first half. More of the OCA All State Football game here in a moment on Squirtle TV.
Dr. Devin Nightingale is your chiropractic choice in North Edmond with easy access from Cashion, Guthrie, Luther, and all the Oklahoma City surrounding areas. As a former college athlete, Dr. Nightingale understands the importance of a fully functioning body to gain that competitive edge. Also certified in prenatal and pediatric treatments, Dr. Nightingale sees all types of patients, ranging from 2 weeks old to 97 years old. We offer conservative treatments to get you back in the game, whether you're a weekend warrior or a professional athlete. So give us a call at 405-471-5565 for a free consultation today.
We've had 2 explosive touchdowns, one in the receiving game for the West Side and a defensive play for the East Side, a scoop and score unofficially of 65 yards for Mason Wright, Vian. It's quite the return, especially the last 25 yards or so of that. He was directing traffic, blockers, the whole 9 yards. Kickoff into the wind. This one fielded a yard deep and, of course, unable to return. So West will take over here at their own 20-yard line. Jay Lindley alongside Coach Lynn Shackelford is Roland, Oklahoma for King Yedaride.
Yep. Well,
that'd be more Eastern Oklahoma.
Yeah, yes. Well, the last 2 snaps for the West have been touchdowns.
Only bad news is one went the other way.
One went the other way. So hopefully they can get it back going in the right direction right here. There's some chances for both sides to take some shots on the perimeter. I mean, you're just getting man coverage, no help over the top.
And now here is 5 wide as Holland out of the backfield. Now comes back across, jet sweep, getting to the right edge, 25-30 out of bounds. Has a first down gain, I believe. And they do have him down and out at the 31. So a gain of 11 there for Tavian Holland. Seen the Duncan tailback and a Southern Nazarene commit get to the edge here. Of course, Southern, you and I were talking off air about within the Great American Conference, Harding, that wing T flex bone look. That's what Dustin Hott has kind of been employed here at Southern Naz, and you can see a scat back like that being very effective in that offense.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I guess if you're SMU, figure out who's doing it, who's winning and why, and try to copy it. Got a little something going here for the West.
First down, and then after that, a pickup of 6 brings up 2nd down and 4.
Getting the ball on the perimeter has been way better for them so far than trying to get it up inside.
Hanson in it, tailback, handoff, jet sweep near side, and this run from the tailback, Seth Wilson of Noble, Oklahoma. By the way, Wilson wearing 27. He's a fill-in for Caden Longman, and Longman not participating in this game. He was initially named All-Stater, and I bring him up, Longman from Newcastle, to mention that starting linebacker DeBusk of Jones, All-State baseball player. One of the reasons you don't see Longman here, he's going to be playing baseball at Wichita State.
Nice. He probably played in the baseball game.
Yeah. Near tackled here on the near side again is Hanson, and making that tackle, Parks Ratzlaff of Kingston.
Going to be a wheat shocker.
Yeah.
Which is a great mascot.
One of my best friends has lived in Wichita, Kansas for 15 years now. Works for Boeing Learjet up there. Way more industry up there than what people realize.
Yeah, no, I don't mind Wichita. It's not a bad town.
Hanson.
He's got a chance.
On the run. And this pass broken up late. The receiver in Camden Lane came down. I thought he had it for a moment, but as he came down, he collided with Alejandro Gallegos of Anola. And so that incompletion is like I believe the ball hit helmet because that ball just kind of shot out.
Yeah.
Incompletion brings up 3rd down, 3rd and 7. Out of the backfield, it's Holland.
Screen.
A little dump off up the middle, as you mentioned, Coach. A screen still on his feet over the midfield stripe. It's Hudson Abel of Oklahoma Christian. He's just short of a 1st down, but in plus territory to the east side, 49-yard line. So 4th and short here. West obviously going for it, down 10-7. 8:40 and counting here in the first half. Mason Hanson, the Jones product in the gun, top formation. He'll keep on his own. Zone read play, gets to the 2nd level, then is taken down, but has a 1st down pickup of 6 to the 43-yard line.
There we go. West is on the move a little bit now. Now, if you watch OCS at all, they love to throw screen passes. So I'm sure that that wasn't the first one he's probably caught in his life. And again, like you said earlier, it may have been something that, Coach Corbin said, "Hey, what are you comfortable doing?" I really like to catch screen passes.
3 receivers right. Now Holland in motion back to the near side. Hanson looking to pass. Under pressure, he's going to be taken down. Sack.
He had him too wide open on the far side. That was going to be a touchdown if they didn't get pressure on him. Jamil Alexander from Altus was running open on the far sideline.
From the West 49-yard line.
The East has done a pretty good job though when they have to make a play on defense. They've done a pretty good job of putting the West in some uncomfortable down and distances, and this is definitely one. 2nd and 20.
By the way, it took a minute for me to find the man who pulled in that sack. It was Ryder Karn of Owasso. I'll tell you why after this. Quick out into the right flat. That pass caught over there on the far side by Hudson Abel. Picks up some of the yardage lost. Karn, the 6', 200-pounder out of Owasso, who had 118 tackles this past season, 11 for a loss and 6 sacks, was initially number 24 on the roster. His jersey was changed to number 7, which then brings up number 7 was supposed to be Oliver Smith of Union, who is actually going to be playing collegiately. He's going to be playing lacrosse.
Oh, wow.
And not playing in this game today. Hanson to pass, 3-step drop, fires deep, has a man up the left seam, caught 15, and then stumbling down to the 10-yard line. Snagging it out of the air was Wilson. Wilson, the Noble product, and they have him down at the 11-yard line.
They've, running that jet sweep as much as they have, getting on the perimeter, they've come with some play action off of that and had a lot of success. There was one right there where they faked the jet sweep and had a receiver run down the seam and nobody around him. Look at this. We got a little.
Unofficially a pickup of 36 yards, and here is the 11th play of the drive. Heavy formation to the left. Hanson hands off, Holland met, and then taken, driven back. Tackle made by Jackson Cuesta of Durant.
Well, let's see if the East can hold them out right here. I'm going to make the bold prediction that the West is not in field goal range. Based on the last extra point.
5 wide, 3 to the right, wide side of the field. They bring Holland back in motion. Hanson, quarterback keeper on the counter to the left. Penetrates the 10, but that's as far as he'll go. 14th play of the drive coming up here. And yes, I would agree, given that the last extra point was a line drive that just got over the crossbar by the narrowest of margins.
And judging by the celebration afterwards, I'm going to guess that he probably didn't make a lot of those in practice.
No.
Need to get 4 or 5 right here if you're the West. Put yourself in a 4th down situation where you feel pretty kind of good about it.
They can pick up a first down without scoring a touchdown, but here is 3rd down and 9. Snap back to Hanson, has Holland out right flat, running out of room, and it's taken down. As you said, a great open field tackle on the far side of the field. Getting over there was Schricker-Rath of Berryhill, who's going to Northeastern Oklahoma State. It's going to bring up a 4th down after no real gain on the play. Timeout taken here. We'll go ahead and leave it right here. You and I were talking off air. Nowadays, you look at the roster and you don't see a lot of Division I guys on there, but the reality of it is, in today's day and age, and there were a couple of Division I guys on this roster that was announced last week, but I would think that with the NIL and everything as it is nowadays, you're going to see less and less of their participation in these sort of games.
Oh, yeah, for sure. I mean, especially this time of year. I mean, they're going to start practice next week. And they do so much stuff in the summertime that, that you can enroll after you graduate in the summer, and then you can report.
You got some kids that graduate in December and get there quick.
Yeah, the ones that are really, really good, that want to think they have a chance to play as freshmen, they're definitely there a lot earlier. But it's just not and why risk it if you're those guys? And a lot of times those Division I coaches, they won't even let them play. Some will. There's a few here and there. The D2 coaches are a lot more lenient, I guess is the word to use when it comes to that stuff. But it's unfortunate because it would be cool to see, 5 or 6 Division I kids out here today, especially when you have Class A guys, you got Class B guys, to see how they could match up against those guys. But it is what it is, and it's a great opportunity for these kids and a great honor. The good thing about it is you get way more kids to make All-State and get that honor, and they can wear that jacket and get the ring and talk about it at the coffee shop when they're 45.
So 4th down and 9 here. Snap back, Hansen under pressure, and he's taken back, and back to greet him again was Ryder Karn of Owasso.
He's played really, really well so far. Probably not the outcome that the West was hoping for coming out of the timeout, but again, hats off to the East. I mean, with the exception of the one play, and I know the West had a really good drive going right there, but when they've needed to make plays and get stops, they've done a really good job. Yeah, 4:37. See if they can go down and score up for half. That'd be huge to go up 2 scores.
Especially the way this game has played out so far.
Yeah.
They'll begin this drive at their own 22-yard line. And it's Ricky taking the direct snap and actually loses a yard back to the 21. So 2nd and 11 coming up here.
Yeah, there's our boy from Velma again showing up. Sander, who's also played really well. But both linebacking groups from both sides have done a really good job. Defensive line's doing a great job of holding up the offensive line. They're just wiping out any kind of run game between the tackles.
Well, I got a little number for you. I've been doing some math over here, Coach. Here's Ricky looking to pass, airs it out deep, one-on-one, and an acrobatic effort by the DB here on the near side, and Briar Davenport of Wynnewood, who we joked about his kicking prowess earlier.
He's a way better corner.
His jumping skills better than his kicking skills, and that incompletion keeps it at 3rd down and 11. Out of a combined roster of 40 or I guess 80 kids. And this is across all sports. As I mentioned, I've mentioned a couple of guys going to baseball, a couple of guys across, things like that. So far, and this tells you, I mean, this is for parents out there more than anything. Because here is 3rd down and 11. 3 receivers right and 1 to the left. Ricky receives the snap. Under pressure, he's going to be sacked. Back there, LeBron Royal, man, we have said his name a lot here today.
Yeah.
And where I'm going with this is you got 80 guys that are all staters behind you. How many of those guys right now are at least committed to play some form of athletics after this? Any idea, Coach?
I'm going to say 22.
A little bit higher than that. At least done, and again, across all sports. I counted up real quick, 38 out of 80.
Hang on, I was going to say 30. So less than half.
Yes, and these are all staters.
Yeah, no, it's hard to play college athletics.
Here's Ricky with a beautiful punt again, and then gobbled up back on the would-be return was Dawson Thomas of Washington. Which, by the way, is going to Kansas Wesleyan, an NAIA school. With that, the West will have it back here with 2:55 to go in this first half and have it in plus territory. I bring that up, and the thing is after doing this profession as long as I have, you get players at that next level that realize college athletics is not the same as high school athletics. So there's some of those guys that you see on the college roster for a year, and then it's not for them. It becomes a job at that point.
It is a job. I say this all the time to our kids, and I'm not the only one who does this. I'm sure this is a resounding theme from most coaches in almost every sport. Like, we talk all the time about be where your feet are. You know, if you're good enough to go play at the next level, okay, great. I mean, go do that if that's what you want to do. But high school football is sacred, and playing high school football at your high school should be the most memorable time of your life. That's why they make movies about it. I mean, it should be really cool, and just enjoy that. I tell my daughter all the time when she says, "I wish I was this, I wish I was this." Don't wish your life away. Don't wait until you get to go to play at OBU or OU or wherever before you start having fun. Just enjoy where you are right now, because this high school football is awesome. Soak it in.
Well, and I'm with that. I'll touch on it after this play as quarterback keeper here up the middle, and it is the outstanding athlete Lachlan of Lawton MacArthur, who will be playing here at UCO, making his way to the 43-yard line. So gain of 5 on the play. I tell kids all the time, one, like you said, be where you're at and enjoy it. And the other thing about that is really enjoy it and do it as long as you can, because when it's over, it's over. There ain't no going back. No matter how much crappy golf you play, I can attest to that.
Well, yeah. Especially this sport. There's no weekend football games. At the park.
Now, I will challenge you on that. I will challenge you real quick on that, Coach, as there's a carry there for 7 and a first down. There is flag football.
There is.
And this man right here, at about the age of 38, decided to organize a team that was basically the Bad News Bears of flag football in southeastern Oklahoma. We were horrible. As here's a quick pass to the near side, and a knee hits the turf.
He had a chance
for Blake Chain. The funny story about that is, by the way, a loss back to the 36. It was a boys and girls club team league.
Co-ed.
So like well, that's what I'm thinking. This is adult beverage softball.
Yes.
But in flag football form. Here is 2nd down and 11. Lachlan out right side, and the pass got through the hands of his intended target, Camden Lane. Incompletion now brings up 3rd and 11. So I get together a ragtag group. I kid you not, the first team we play is a group of former Ardmore Tigers that played a lot of football, and we were smoked. And week 3, and this gives you an idea of the timeline, this was when Nick Benito was playing at OU.
Yeah.
I'm trying to do my best Benito off of the edge. When I pull a quad, I go down like I've been shot by a deer rifle. And that was the end of my flag football playing days, just like that. Hit around sweep for Jamil Alexander, and the scat back from Altus. Bulldog making his way inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. So, yes, that option does exist a little bit, but it's not the same. But, man, I can tell you that some of the teams we played in that league, there were some athletes
I'm sure.
on that field. My group was not the athlete.
Right. Yes, your group was. It's not a question of if, but when you're going to.
We were everyone's easy W. we were everybody's homecoming opponent.
But hey, you had fun.
Oh, we had a blast.
That's what it's all about.
Unlike golf, I get frustrated at golf.
I tell my friends all the time, we go play golf. Somebody will get mad. I'm like, why are we getting mad? None of us are any good. What are we disappointed in? It's not like we're having a bad round. We're just having a round.
I think the thing about golf that betrays me so much is you can go have a good round. You can feel like you
got it figured out.
Yeah, and that's the worst thing that can ever happen. I actually had a round like this about 3 Sundays ago. Shout out to my old cats that take my money in a fun game every Sunday morning. And we're out there, it's 8 a.m., and the first 3 holes of a 9-hole round, because we switch up after 9. The first 3 holes, man, I'm on fire. I'm playing par golf. I feel good about things. A birdie putt. And literally, as soon as I felt I got this, I'm pretty positive that I might have, even had a snowman somewhere down there. I mean, it was bad. You're having snowmen on par 3s. It's not a good day.
Yeah, no, it's not. That's not good. Not good.
So here is this fourth down play for the West with 59 seconds remaining in the quarter. 59 seconds remaining in the half. The only 2 touchdowns, they've been explosive plays, one defensively for the East, one offensively for the West. Lachlan in the gun from the right hash. Quarterback draw right up the middle, 25-20.
Nice.
Fights through a tackle and then is taken down at the 16-yard line. Ending that play was Mason Wright. And a little bit hobbled getting up is Avian Lachlan. And that right there, Coach, is why you do not see some D1 players on the field here, because Lachlan came up a little bit hampered and now is down on the sidelines over there. So check him out. Hopefully it's just a case of the cramps, because I could see that being a thing here today.
Well, I was about to say we had a couple earlier on the sideline who were getting the old toe stretch done. You know, when you're obviously cramped up. So I don't know how it can't be an issue tonight. I mean, none of these guys have probably been doing much for the last 3 months anyway. You know, then you roll them out here on the turf's probably 140 degrees when it kicked off. So and there's, you know, it's not like they have a lot of depth either. So I'm sure we'll see some more cramps as we go through the game.
52 seconds till the halftime break here in the OCA All State Football game, the 11th event of the week. It is a coaches clinic week here in Oklahoma, and we're moving this from Tulsa here to Edmond. You know, you being a part of the Oklahoma Coaches Association as well as the Football Coaches Association, your thoughts on what type of a host Edmond has been this week?
I think they've done a really good job. I really do. Of course, I'm a little biased because I live 21 minutes from here, but so I didn't have to go stay in Tulsa for 4 days. But no, I think they've done a good job. I was telling you earlier. I mean, President Lamb, Todd Lamb, who's president of UCO, he's done a tremendous job of opening up his campus to Oklahoma high school athletics, especially football, and they do a tremendous job of hosting stuff. I didn't hear a lot of complaints from anybody.
So Hanson back in at quarterback, has 5 wide as they fake the jet sweep. Hanson, a rifle and a pass is caught. An absolute bullet up the right side to Jamil Alexander, the Altus product. And the scat back who hauled in 89 catches for 1,219 yards last season while setting 4 school receiving records. He has a receiving touchdown of 16 yards, and the West has taken the lead back 13-10 with 40 seconds to go till the break.
Yeah, and that was big. You know, obviously somebody getting injured or hurt is never a good thing, but it gave the West an opportunity to kind of settle down and talk through what they were going to do, and they went out and executed.
So the West on their 9th offensive possession of the game, and this kick goes nowhere. Sideways, almost hits a cameraman down there on the field. You talk to Coach Corbin about how he built his special teams roster. It is 13-10 here in Edmond. West Side in front, back after this on Squirtle TV.
St. Mary's Regional Medical Center, your health hub for Northwest Oklahoma, is proud of our award-winning quality care and robust service lines that are comparable to those offered in larger hospitals, but with a close-to-home, compassionate approach to care for our community and surrounding neighbors. To learn more about our services, visit stmarysregional.com or call 580-233-6100 today. Physicians are not employees or agents of this hospital.
This is Game Time. Neptune Game Time creates a high-energy game day atmosphere that your players and fans will love. Every song in our database is 100% lyric safe, which means you can stop screening music for good. Game Time also provides custom messaging to help you promote your upcoming events, concessions, and event-specific announcements. And it gives you the opportunity to sell sponsorships on your station that will generate revenue for your athletic department. Amp up your game day with Game Time.
Wiggins Auctioneers.
So the West Side with their 9th offensive possession of the game, they take a 13-10 lead. The East getting ready for what is their 8th possession of the game. We'll tell you about that math anomaly after this little squib kick that is then fielded at around the 30, and then a knee taken by Ryan Woody of Bishop Kelly. Why is it that the West, with that one additional, if you'll recall, they had the one possession that they fumbled that then was promptly returned for a touchdown. So the East didn't have an offensive possession in that particular situation. And so here comes the East All-Staters out with 37 seconds to go here until the halftime break, and they're trailing 13-10 at their own 34-yard line.
Taking a shot here, or are you going into halftime?
I'm definitely taking a shot.
Yeah,
I don't know that I'm taking it, though, right off of the bat. The East has 3 timeouts remaining. Maybe try to get something to the edge. Maybe see if the West is thinking you're going to take a shot. So they've got Canada with an arm out there and Isaiah Drake.
Need 30 yards to try a field goal?
Yeah.
I mean, why not try it?
I was about to say, Coach whereas I joked Coach Corbin didn't take special teams into account, apparently Coach Rusty Harris of Sequoia Tahlequah did.
Yeah.
See the best punts.
I mean, it's basically a free kick. I mean, if he can kick it off through the uprights, I mean, I'm saying maybe just get to the 40 and try it.
The timeout burnt by the West All-Staters. So they burn their final timeout of the half as the press box here at Chad Richardson Stadium has almost fully enveloped the visiting stands. By the way, our lone brave guy that we had to start this broadcast, he now has some people with him over there on the west side.
Yeah, he does. I don't even see him anymore.
I know.
Maybe they overcrowded him.
Hey.
The 25 people that came over there were too much.
At the same time, maybe they had to ambulance him out here for the heat. He was over there when it was about 105 degrees. Absolutely crazy, but he was there. So here comes Drake, Isaiah Drake, the Walika product, Southeastern Oklahoma State commit, out with Randy Goodeagle of Hominy and tailback. That's 4 wide, 2 to each side. Snap from the left hash, moving north to south. Drake steps up into the pocket and is brought down that initial jerk of the jersey by Aiden Justice and then finished off by LeBron Royal.
LeBron Royal has been a problem for the East side.
You ask, what do you do? It appears that the East maybe they've got all 3 timeouts, but they haven't burnt one yet.
I think they're taking this one into halftime. Maybe see how far he can throw it. I don't know. They need to get it off, though.
Closing in 2 seconds. Drake receives the snap. Sidearms one, and boy, that was a dangerous. Had a little pick play set up for Ryan Woody. That one, though, incomplete, and it ends the first half. The West All-State team, 13. The East All-State team, 10. Coming up, we'll take a look at the halftime stats and more after this. This is the Oklahoma Coaches Association All-State Football game. You're watching it on Squirtle TV and across the Sports Animal streaming platforms.
Wiggins Auctioneers is a full-service auction company well-versed in selling farm and range land, minerals, commercial and residential properties, as well as equipment, estate, and trust liquidations. In order to better serve our clients, Wiggins Realty offers conventional for-sale listings as well as buyer representation. Whether buying or selling, auction or conventional, we want to be your trusted company. Wiggins Auctioneers, 3 generations strong and setting the standard since 1963.
Life moves fast, and you deserve internet that keeps up. Say hello to Pioneer Fiber Internet with blazing fast gig fiber speeds designed for the way you live, work, and play. From ultra-smooth streaming and lag-free gaming to lightning-fast downloads and crystal-clear video calls, Gig Fiber gives you the speed and reliability to do it all. Ready to upgrade your internet experience? Visit GoPioneer.com to sign up today.
Evolve Events strives to provide a top-tier youth basketball experience in the OKC metro area. Our goal is to create a safe, competitive atmosphere that also works within your budget. We are focused on facilitating an environment that will help all players, teams, and coaches grow. Whether you're aiming to take your skills to the next level, secure a spot on your school team, or one day hoist a gold ball at the Big House, Evolve Events has a platform for you. Don't just play, evolve. Visit our website at evolveokevents.com to get signed up for an Evolve event today.
Anger, anxiety, worry, and disbelief, these are normal emotions to feel with an unplanned pregnancy. You have options, and you are not alone. Hope Pregnancy Center in Alva is a safe, confidential, and compassionate place to land. Hope offers free pregnancy testing and ultrasound, and you will be provided education for all your options. Remember, you aren't alone. We can help with hope. Visit thinkimpregnant.org. That's thinkimpregnant.org.
It's more than just your lawn. It's your grass kingdom, your green canvas, your fairway to heaven. It deserves the Kubota Z400. With class-leading speed, agility, a powerful transmission, simple deck height adjustments, and legendary Kubota quality. When you need comfort, convenience, and performance, then you need the professional-grade Kubota Z400. Visit your local Kubota dealer today.
Six surgeons, 4 locations, 1 goal: to improve the health and lives of people in Oklahoma. At Oral and Maxillofacial Associates, we treat every patient like family. As the preferred dental implant and oral surgery specialist of the Oklahoma City Thunder, and with over 30 years of service to our community, we are trusted by professionals and dedicated to expert care. With 4 convenient locations around the metro area, we are here for you. Trust the experts at OMA. Visit our website, www.omaok.com.
Is your school or booster club looking for ways to fundraise? Let Downtown Threads create a custom website to showcase all your school apparel. You pick the design and the garment, we do the rest. We will handle all the payments and cut you one check when the website is closed. Call today, 580-237-7060. Downtown Threads, proudly supporting all local high school athletes.
When life takes an unexpected turn, you need someone who truly understands what you're going through. At Nixon Dieselhorst, we've spent decades helping Oklahomans find justice, standing up for what's right, and fighting for the results they deserve. Every client matters. Every story deserves to be heard. We are here standing with you. Call Nixon Dieselhorst today because justice, integrity, and results aren't just words. They're what we stand for.
The future comes fast, which is why it's important to start planning for tomorrow today. So whether you're setting aside money for something special or just safeguarding it against a rainy day, at Gateway, we've got competitive rates on a full suite of savings products. So consider us your gateway to earning money on your money. Open a high-yield savings account with an annual percentage yield of 3.5%. Visit gatewayfirst.com. Gateway First Bank, member FDIC.
Satisfy your sweet tooth with a Brahms old-fashioned banana split. Crafted with a delicious banana, split down the middle and filled with not 1, but 3 scoops of Brahms premium ice cream flavors. To complete this masterpiece, all your favorite toppings are poured on each scoop to bring it all together in a perfect harmony of flavor. Treat yourself to an old-fashioned banana split at Brahms, where every spoonful leaves you wanting more.
Farming today isn't just about hard work. It's about making smart choices. That's where Correction Line Ag and BW Fusion step in. We're redefining crop nutrition with cutting-edge biology that delivers real results. Stop relying on outdated methods. It's time for a fresh approach. CLA delivers data-driven solutions tailored for every growth stage, boosting your farm's ROI. Ready to get started? Call 833-CLA-SOIL or visit correctionlineag.com. Smarter farming starts here.
Our brand, Octus Legacy Private Wealth Management, is a reflection on our commitment to our clients, each other.
Welcome back, everyone. Chad Richardson Stadium here on the campus of University of Central Oklahoma. If you are tuning in and you're looking through our video screen that we have here at Squirrel TV. You're going, why are there young ladies that are in full prom attire? There is actually a homecoming queen contest here, 105-degree weather. That's interesting to say the least. Let's go ahead and take a look at the first half stats. Defense dominant early anyway, although the West Side, after gaining just 6 yards of offense in the entire first quarter, they've actually outgained the East overall here in the contest. Let's go ahead and take a look at the first half numbers beginning team-wise. West Side with 19 carries for 41 yards through the air, 10 of 18 passing for 143 overall, 37 plays for 184 yards of offense in that first half. For the East Side, well, they had just 2 first downs, including 14 rushing plays for -11. Several of those, of course, being sacks, not necessarily running plays that went awry. Passing-wise, just 5 of 12 through the air for 16 yards passing overall. 26 total plays of offense for just 5 yards. Yet the score is 13-10 due to a 60-yard scoop and score by Mason Wright of Vian. The one reason why this game is only a 3-point contest. Taking a look at third downs, and really this is one of those deals where the defense has really taken advantage of things. The West Side just 1 of 8 on third downs. East Side is 0 for 6. While the West All-Staters 2 of 3 on fourth downs, and the East 1 of 2. Take a look at some of the individual performers so far. Leading rusher at the break for the West All-Staters, Tavian Holland. Holland, the former Duncan Devon, 3 carries for 16 yards, but had a long of 11. Quarterback Avian Lachlan of Lawton MacArthur, 4 carries for a net of 10 yards so far. And Dutton Taylor with 3 carries for 10 yards. While through the air, Asen Hansen, the Jones product and state champion there for the Longhorns, 7 of 11 passing through the air for 133 yards and 2 scores. And, of course, those scoring plays making up the bulk of that yardage, almost 70 yards to be exact, as of his 133 yards passing. He had a 65-yard touchdown pass to Camden Lane and ended the first half with a 16-yard touchdown pass to Jamil Alexander. Receiving-wise, leading receiver Camden Lane has that 1 catch for 65 yards, while Hudson Abel leading in receptions with 2 catches for 10 yards for the West All-Staters. Take a look at the East All-State individuals. Jacob Beck of Stroud, 5 carries for a net of 5 yards so far. He did have a long of 11 in that first half. While quarterback Carter Rickey under duress for much of this game, 6 carries for a net of -4. And Isaiah Drake, the standout from Walika, with -12 yards rushing on 3 attempts. Rickey has been the leading passer so far for the East All-Staters, 5 of 8 through the air, but only 16 yards. We haven't seen the East All-State team really take any deep shots down the field. We'll see if that changes in the second half. Drake, the second quarterback, he is 0 for 4 so far in this game. As so far the East All-State quarterbacks, they've been sacked a combined 4 times in this game. Ben Daniels, leading receiver so far, the Collinsville product for the East. He has 3 catches on 3 targets, with only 5 yards, including a long of 12. So that tells you a little bit about the type of offense the East All-Staters are running, really trying to get it to the perimeter, get it to the edges. And so far, the West All-State squad has been all over it. Gives us an opportunity to take a look at the leading tacklers. Well, if you're going to your defense is going to be tested on the edge, you really need the outside linebackers to get it done, and they have. As the leading tackler so far for the West, Carl Alberts, LeBron Royal, he has 4 tackles so far, while Rocco Targlione of Choctaw, he too has 4 tackles. Royal leading the way with, of those 4 tackles, 3 of those for a loss, including 2 sacks. Leading tackler so far for the East, even with the defensive score, is Mason Wright. Wright with 4 tackles, and again, that 60-yard scoop and score that was a work of art. Ryder Karn, the other leading tackler so far. Karn the Owasso product. He has 4 tackles and 2 sacks so far on the evening. Here at the halftime break, it is the West All-Staters 13, the East All-Staters 10. Coming up, we'll continue on at the halftime show here of the OCA All State Football Contest. You're watching live on Squirtle TV and across the Sports Animal streaming platforms.
Our brand, Octus Legacy Private Wealth Management, is a reflection on our commitment to our clients, each other, and the growth we hope to achieve. As friends for multiple years, we operate like a tight-knit family where harmony and collaboration thrive. Our dedicated team of financial professionals complement each other, drawing on decades of shared experience. With a keen eye for detail, we understand each other's strengths, allowing us to deliver quality service. Our camaraderie extends beyond the workplace. We connect as friends, checking in over the weekends to stay connected. Our bond transcends the typical 9-to-5 workday, reflecting our commitment to genuine relationships. To become a client today, call us at 405-252-5925.
Oklahoma Career Tech. It's where confidence is built. It's more than just practice. It's developing the skills to build a successful future. We're doing work that matters.
To more than just us. So, when a family needs me,
When my community needs me. When Oklahoma needs me,
I'll be ready.
For almost a century, Sooner Co-op has been at the heart of the communities they serve. In O'Keene, Fairview, Loyal, Hitchcock, and Homestead, Sooner Co-op has been a big part of the lives of area farmers, ranchers, and residents. Grain handling, fertilizer, farm and ranch supplies, fuel, tire service, and the convenience store in Fairview. The Sooner Co-op is proud to serve Blaine, Major, and Kingfisher counties for almost 100 years and looks forward to 100 more. Sooner Co-op is proud of our kids, whether a Whippet, Jacket, or a Raider. Find them online at SoonerCoop.com.
Ready to get back in the game? Great news. The movement experts at Physical Therapy Central can help you find relief and results and keep you off the sidelines. With over 30 convenient locations across Oklahoma City and beyond, contact PT Central today at ptcentral.org to see a physical therapist.
For over a century, Sooner Plains Ag has been at the heart of our communities. Sooner Plains Ag is proud to support all area students and athletes from their hometowns and yours. Sooner Plains Ag is ready to service your grain, fertilizer, and farm supply needs. You can also fill up at one of their 2 convenience stores in Fairview and Mino. Sooner Plains Ag is honored to serve their member owners in their 4-county area for more than 100 years. Sooner Plains Ag, farmers helping farmers. It's that simple.
Martin's Machine Shop, a family-owned business since 1974, serves Oklahoma, Kansas, and Texas. They offer full machine shop, welding, and metal working capabilities for repair and fabrication. Their fluid power division repairs hydraulic cylinders, pumps, motors, and valves, and includes a full inventory of 6,000 PSI hose and fittings. Give them a call at 580-227-2734 or connect through their website, www.martinsmachineshop.com, to see how they can assist you today.
Welcome back, everyone. Edmond, Oklahoma, on the campus of the University of Central Oklahoma, Chad Richardson Stadium. It is the final event of Coaches Clinic Week, the Oklahoma Coaches Association All-State Football game. Jay Lindley alongside Coach Lynn Shackelford. Coach, from what you've seen so far, I mean, is this kind of what you've come accustomed to for these type of games? Or is a slow start, but again, an extremely hot day. We've seen explosive plays offensively for the West. We saw an explosive defensive play for the East.
Yeah, these games are kind of hit and miss. Sometimes it kind of depends on if you can get a quarterback and maybe a wideout that have played together. That you've got a little bit more ability to make some plays early on. But defense is kind of ruled for the first quarter and a half, and then I thought the last possession that the West had it, they finally got it in a little bit of a rhythm, play calling. You can see Coach Corbin kind of getting into some rhythm and running some jet sweep stuff and then having some play action off of that and being able to do some different things to kind of keep the East off balance a little bit. So it'll be interesting to see what adjustments they make at halftime, even though I think that's an overblown statement for people to make. But I do think in situations like this, when you haven't been around these kids, halftime's kind of like your 4th practice, so you get to at least go in and be like, okay, these are some things that worked well for us in the first half. We're going to build off of that a little bit. Maybe, take a shot or two here or there.
This next question is more a question for the viewing public, so to speak, because I've seen fans do this forever. Fans in general think, they're athletes. It's easy. You watch a game like this where you know that you're dealing with some of the top high school athletes in the state. You see the discombobulation. How much does that, I guess, heighten how important chemistry, practice, all the things you guys do?
It's the only sport where you practice more than you play.
Yeah.
It's the only one. I mean, you practice all week to play one game. You don't do that in baseball. You don't do that in basketball. You don't do it in soccer. You don't do that in softball. I mean, it's the only one. There's a reason why, because it takes a while. It takes some continuity. It takes, especially up front on the offensive line. I mean, those guys have got to be able to play together, and they've got to be able to react to what the other one's doing in different kinds of schemes. And you can maybe get away with that sometimes, but you got your offensive linemen out here against some of the best defensive linemen in the state who don't have to do that.
I was about to say, the defensive linemen are getting to pin their ears back.
They're just playing. So I think there's obviously, yes, there's a lot to that. But I do think I think the coaches have done a really good job of trying to scheme some things up. Both sides have had some opportunities to take some shots downfield. They just either missed or the quarterback didn't see it or whatever. So I'm sure those notes were taken, and they'll come back to some of that stuff in the second half. And I bet we see a few more downfield shots in the second half. But for the most part, yeah. I mean, it's kind of like what you see in a lot of all-state games, all-star games. I mean, defense normally outshines the offense for the most part. But it's been fun. It's a lot more fun sitting up here than I'm sure it's been there.
Loving the AC at the press box here at Richardson Stadium. Second half around the corner. The West All-Staters right now holding on to a 3-point advantage. 13-10 our score. Second half around the corner after this on Squirtle TV and streaming across the Sports Animal streaming platforms.
For a bank that's big enough to serve you, but small enough to know you, turn to Alva State Bank. Whether you're opening your first checking account, going to college, starting a small business, planning a wedding, or having a baby, Alva State Bank is here for all of life's milestones. To learn more, visit any Alva State Bank branch or go online to alvastatebank.com. Alva State Bank. They plant roots where others have branches. Member FDIC, an equal housing lender.
Born and raised in Edmond, Oklahoma, Trevor Randall is very familiar with the area and the Oklahoma economy. Trevor enjoys helping customers just like you identify the insurance coverage that best fits their needs. With over 19 years of experience to help you better understand the options, whether that's auto, home, renters, business insurance, and more. So give Randall Insurance Agency a call at 405-341-7878 and let us help you get the protection you need with the service you deserve.
Are you looking for a local, reliable propane provider? Earnhardt Oil and Propane has been serving customers throughout Oklahoma since 1971. Let them tailor a pricing option to fit your budget. Avoid winter price spikes with easy pay, steady, predictable monthly payments you can count on. Need more fuel options? They also offer bulk fuel delivery, DEF, lubricants, and supplies for your business, all at competitive prices. For reliability 3 generations strong, call Earnhardt Oil and Propane at 866-270-1279 or visit www.earnhardtpropane.com.
Dr. Matt Dieselhorst at Dieselhorst Sports and Orthopedics can help you get game day ready. Dr. Dieselhorst works with athletes of all ages, taking a coordinated approach to accelerate return to play and maximize athletic performance. His work with pros in sports training, injury prevention, bracing, functional rehabilitation, and imaging works seamlessly with his medical and surgical expertise. Get started by going to Dieselhorst Sports and Orthopedics. Let Dr. Matt Dieselhorst get you back on the field, backing all Oklahoma athletes on the field and off.
Stream like the pros with Squirtle Live. Find out more at squirtle.com/stream.
Student athletes push hard on the field and in the classroom, but when injuries happen, you want a physical therapist who makes recovery personal. Prime Physical Therapy is more than just a clinic. We're a faith-driven, patient-focused team committed to helping athletes bounce back stronger. Healing happens best in an environment where athletes feel supported, motivated, and yes, even have fun. Parents, you can trust us to care for your athlete like family. Call or text at 405-706-1266 for a free consultation in clinic or by phone. Prime Physical Therapy, helping athletes get back to their prime performance.
The perfect golf swing. Getting to the top. Serving an ace. Whether a professional or a weekend warrior, we all want to do our best. But what if you get hurt? How do you get back to doing what you love? The team at DRH Health Orthopedics and Sports Medicine provide comprehensive and advanced treatment for injuries. DRH Health Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, working to get you moving again.
Why be a ranger? At Northwestern, with small classes, you can be seen. With over 40 programs from business to nursing, you can be career-driven. With a campus home away from home, you can be independent. With over half our students graduating without student loans, you can be debt-free. And with a mosaic of cultures, you can be you. Northwestern, success lives here.
Are you out of high school and looking for a career? At Tulsa Tech, you can explore exciting opportunities in IT, aviation, automotive, manufacturing, visual arts, and more. And Tulsa Tech offers a tuition-free scholarship for adults 18 to 23 years old. That's what I said, free. It's called the Accelerating Independent Scholarship. It's like fast-tracking into a career you love, can make money in, and a career with a future. Find out more about Tulsa Tech's Accelerating Independent Scholarship at tulsatech.edu.
Welcome back, everyone. Chad Richardson Stadium on the campus of the University of Central Oklahoma here in Edmond. Jay Lindley alongside Coach Lynn Shackelford. Also, we don't have camera operators today. We do, obviously, because you're watching, but those would be the production of the University of Central Oklahoma. We actually have two producers on site, Tyler Kerr and Josh Nelson, and it's Josh handling the third quarter production duties here as we get set for the start of the third, 13-10, as you said, Coach. West All-State in front, and with just 24 minutes to go here in this one, I'm with you. I would expect some shots down the field here for both sides, liven it up a little bit.
Yeah, why not? Let's see if we can take the top off a little bit. E's going to get the ball first, isn't that right?
Yes.
So we'll see. We'll see what they came up with at halftime. But my guess is you take the few things that kind of work well for you and try to do the complementary plays to that. Maybe you even start right here. So we'll see. Should be a fun second half.
And one thing, are you a little bit surprised, or do you anticipate? I guess that's the proper way to say it. Do you anticipate this? We really didn't see any sort of trick plays in that first half.
No, I mean, surely you put something in, right? I mean, it's an all-state game. You got to try to have fun. And, you probably got somebody playing running back that also played quarterback, or somebody playing wide out that played quarterback before, a defensive back that's a quarterback that you could substitute in and do something with. So
the East obviously has a defensive back that's a kicker. Certainly.
Yeah.
Certainly that's somewhere in the roster.
Yeah. So, I would anticipate something like that. Maybe we get something right off the bat. That'd be kind of fun. But I don't think either one of them are going to make a living just trying to run the football between the tackles. That was a fruitless effort at best in the first half. So maybe we'll see it and try to air it out a little bit. We're going watermelon style on the kick again.
Yep.
you know, if you I've seen some people do this that are really good at it. If you can get good at like hitting the ends and get it to spin as you kick it, it's
funny
a
you say
problem.
that because I'm trying to think, and I know the kid. If I can just think about it here, there's a little squib that this one filled it like immediately, like a shortstop over there.
Yeah,
just short of midfield at the 48. Who's the kicker that was at Oklahoma State, then was at the Dallas Cowboys, would go on and kick for the Vikings? Bailey did that, if you recall, against the Atlanta Falcons. And
he's an Oklahoma boy, isn't he? A Southwest Covenant?
I think you're correct. So at the 49-yard line, their own 49, the East will begin this drive.
Great field position, great spot of the field to take a shot or run a trick play or something like that. So
they have Isaiah Drake coming out along with Randy Goodeagle. Receiver to the far left side of the field is Schwickerath. And it's Drake. And a horse collar tackle almost. And down goes Drake viciously as making that tackle behind the line of scrimmage. Is Royal. And, man, Royal is certainly
I'm not sure running it at number 7 in red is I might try something different, especially if you don't block him, which nobody did.
Kind of like from the movie Dodgeball. Interesting strategy,
Yes.
Cotton. Let's see how that works out for him.
Yeah.
In that case, it didn't.
Of course, I don't know what you do with him. I don't think he's gotten blocked once today.
And here's Drake, pressure off the backside edge, eludes that pressure, but there as he recalibrates is met in the backfield. Getting back there to make that stop was Harrington. Harrington, the Piedmont product. Loss all the way back to the 39-yard line. A 9-yard loss brings up third down and 20.
Going the wrong direction here for sure.
10:40, counting down. First possession of the second half for the East. And overall, their 9th offensive possession of the game.
There we go.
And here's a shot down the left side that is incomplete. His intended man over there was Schwickerath. And over there on the far side, defending. It was Bridge Barrett of Sulphur.
Yeah.
By the way, we've talked about how this is a kind of a Division II futures game. Barrett, the Sulphur product, going to Northwestern Oklahoma State there in Alva.
Ride, Rangers, ride.
And I'm pretty sure that Adam Dieselhorst, with his recruiting here on Squirtle, probably helped Barrett make that decision with all the Rangers ads we see on Squirtle TV. The punt's going to be down inside the 25.
Not a bad punt.
I kid, Adam. I kid. At the 25-yard line, 10:19 to go.
Well, hopefully the West is a little bit more productive than the East on their opening possession.
Well, and think about this, Coach. With that, the East is now negative yardage so far in this game. They have ran 29 total plays, and they are a -5 in yardage so far.
That's less than ideal for sure.
From their own 25, here's the West. It's Hanson. Rockets a pass and short hops his man. About 8 yards into the route. Diving effort defensively there by Brandon Hawk, a late addition from Salina, Oklahoma. That incompletion.
Yeah, he had him too. He may have some pressure in his face. Hard to tell from up here, but he had a good scheme on to just get the drive going. That's the other problem is you're calling plays all the time from, in the negative, as they say.
Tillery motions out of the backfield into the left slot. Hanson receives the pass, goes opposite way, right side. Pass caught by Abel, and then Abel basically breaks the line of scrimmage before being brought down. And again, it's Mason Wright. So at this point, I would say the game MVPs have to fall on the defensive side of the ball for both teams, to be honest. And I would, at this point, have to give one to Jacob Royal, who has like 4 tackles for a loss so far in this game for the West. And for the East, it would be Mason Rod. He's responsible for their only touchdown score of the game, and he's their leading tackler. That's his 5th stop of the game. Hansen rolling out to his left on 3rd and 9. Plants, fires, lofty pass, and broken up. Hayden Lee, the corner from Claremore, was there in coverage, and it was an outstanding effort by Seth Wilson of Noble. Ball may have been a little bit underthrown, but I think some of that had to do with the pressure Hansen was facing. Either way, he got that ball cleanly in the air for about 45 yards. The breeze, by the way, out of the south starting to die down a little bit as the sun is set here.
Well, they didn't lose yardage, so
it's positive.
Yeah, if we're looking for the, if we're looking for the bright spots.
And this punt, the West, maybe their best punt of the day.
Yeah, he got a good roll right there.
So that one goes out at the East 34-yard line. 9:14 to go here in the third quarter. West leading 13-10. This drive beginning at the 34. It's really beautiful what they have done here with this stadium. University of Central Oklahoma, of course, recently renovated where the state football championships are held. Nice venue for that. Just remember back in the days, as here is Isaiah Drake in the gun. Bubble screen out to the right. Pass is caught, but nothing really going there. Maybe a pickup of 1 or 2 on the play. Catching that pass here on the looking for number 16 on my roster. Again, some late changes. Had a few like that.
Bryce Ward from Cushing.
There we go. Pass rolled incomplete. Remember back in the day when the OSSA would hold all these state football championships in Stillwater at Oklahoma State. And that was outstanding. I love the centrally located bit of having all your state title games in one facility, one venue, back-to-back weekends. Of course, the OSSA slid away from that for a little while. As here is Drake looking to pass, pumps once, now over the middle, pass is caught at midfield. Stiff-arming his way inside West territory and inside the 45, down to the 42-yard line is Ty Guest of Metro Christian on that grab. And it's all the way down to the 42-yard line of the West. In all, it's a 25-yard pickup.
That's a great throw, too. Especially being under duress, set his feet, and just ripped it.
And while I liked having those state title games at Oklahoma State, with the exception of like a Union back then, obviously, a Jinx Union matchup, the place would look half empty.
Yeah.
As here is Drake out left side, short hopping his intended target over there on the far side. And here with a very nice, by the way, yet smaller venue, I would imagine that this is about the perfect size for a state championship game.
It is. I mean, there's been this place has been full for some state finals games. And, you get people on the berm standing around watching. The atmosphere is incredible for a high school football game, especially for small schools. You don't get an opportunity to play in places like this. And of course, more people come because it's state finals. But it's really cool. UCO does a really good job.
Drake up the right side in double coverage, and taking the brunt of that was the near side official, as his intended target was Schrickerath over there on the near side. And again, I mean, like I said, I liked it being at Boone Pickens. Got to call a lot of games there at Boone Pickens. I can tell you this. Of the 25 state title games I called at Boone Pickens, all 25 of those, I needed to have some high-powered binoculars from up there on the rooftop. Here, all I need is my contacts. This is about the perfect viewing level. I can see it all.
Yeah, no, this is great.
Drake to pass out left side. It is hauled in at the 39, trying to make his way upfield and up the left hash. Down at the 36 is Schrickerath. Seemingly starting to create a little chemistry there between those two, as pretty much that's where Drake's gone with the ball the last 3 passing attempts.
Yeah, not a bad place to go. I mean, he's a good-looking kid. Big down here for the East. You need to find a way to get this first down and keep this drive going, keep this momentum going.
At the 6-yard pickup brings up 4th down and 4. Nearing the midway point of this third quarter with the East trailing by 3. Drake in the gun from the left hash has back to his right. Drake steps up, fires, goes through the hands of his intended target. The reason why the pass was a little bit high, but Rich Barrett of Sulphur did an outstanding job of collapsing down on Schrickerath and taking him out of the equation. It was just good timing. There wasn't interference or anything like that.
Yeah, I'm not sure even if he would have caught it, he'd had enough for the first down. So, good job. I mean, there's a reason Sulphur's won a lot of football games. They got players like him. Coach Cole does a great job down there.
So the East, on their second possession of the second half, their 10th of the game, comes away with no points. And it's the West taking over here with 6:55 to go in the third quarter and leading by 3, 13-10. Taking over here at the 36-yard line. And I wouldn't say that a score here would end it, but given how
it would make it really hard.
Let's say, given how it's almost futile it is felt on offense for the East, you called it earlier, a shot play here from the West, and that may be good night, Irene.
Yeah, when the West can get it rolling a little bit, they've been able to put some drives together. First down is going to be huge. They need something positive just to get them where you can call a play on second down.
So here's Hansen, the Southwestern Oklahoma State commit, in at quarterback. He'll hand off. Coming to the near side is Jamil Alexander, already with a receiving score, and is driven and ridden out of bounds here on the near side. Parks Ratzlaff and Hayden Lee converging. That's a combination, is it not?
Yeah.
Redskin zebra combo on the tackle.
Yeah. See if they come off of their jet sweep stuff here in the next few plays and take another shot. They scored a touchdown off of it earlier and had a guy running wide open down the field. So I bet we see that again sooner than later.
Trips to the right, Holland in motion out of the backfield. Swing pass to that side, 40, 45, and up the numbers across midfield. Big game for Holland, who's had quite the evening so far. That pick up a gain of 15 and another first down for the West.
And if you watch Choctaw play, you watch Coach Corbin call plays, I mean, it's a lot of stuff on the perimeter. It's a lot of double screens, a lot of tunnel screens, a lot of that. Motion the back out, throw it to him. Get playmakers the ball in space is a pretty good way to go about it.
Holland, as I mentioned earlier, will be going to Southern Nazarene, and he's had quite the game here tonight. Hansen, bubble screen to the right. That one blown up, taken out of the play quickly over there on the far side of the field was the receiver Cason Blair of Kingfisher, and
somebody copy that, use it as a teaching tape on how you tackle.
Perfect wrap-up technique there, and a lost play, or not a loss, excuse me, only a gain of 1. That was a very hard-earned yard there, Coach.
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
Well, you won just sidestep out of bounds. Here's a sidestep pass to the left. to the 30, 25, and near the 20-yard line. Taken down for the West is Blake Chain, the standout from Sealing, Oklahoma. And another first down pickup for the West. They're starting to move, a gain of 24 yards. And Hansen, whose accuracy early we talked about, I mean, again, this is a guy that completed 71% of his pass attempts for his career. He was nearly 80% last season. He completed 77% of his attempts last year. He started the game a bit shaky, but, man, he seems to have dialed it in here in the last couple of quarters. Hansen rolling to his right, running out of wiggle room, and then throws it away. The intelligent play there for the quarterback that was being pressured over there on the far side by Hunter Smith of Salisaw.
The guy he was wanting to throw it to fell down right as he started the boot. He had a post corner that may have been there, but he fell down on the cut.
So the clock stopped, dead up, 5 minutes to go here in this third. The West trying to make it a commanding 2-score lead. 2nd and 10 from the East 22. Swing pass to Holland out of the backfield, right side, makes a cut. And taken down at around the 16-yard line, rolled up there, making that tackle on the far side. Parks Ratzlaff.
They're going to fake that in a minute and throw it down the seam.
I would hold it, though. I wouldn't do it right now. I'd do it at the other side of the field, but I would certainly watch for that. That a gain of 8. Here's 3rd and 2.
Oh, good run.
And, boy, a tough spot there. I thought he had it.
I thought he got it. That's a big right here.
And Holland, they do motion first down. That, although I will say, from our vantage point, it is.
Well, they're sure not going to measure it.
No.
Not good on July 30th. That's a first down, boys. Let's go.
Well, it's kind of like I said last night during the All-State basketball game. And so here is Hansen on 1st and 10, hauling out of the backfield to the right, and it's the quarterback Hansen inside the 10, and it's down at around the 8-yard line with a gain of 4. You know, we joke. I mean, I know you guys, coaches, I know you guys get a little crossways with officials on Friday nights, and as an announcer, collegiately and high school-wise, I do as well. But it is a thankless job. And I'm sure on a night like tonight, as here's Hansen handing off to Holland, spins out of a tackle, back inside the 10, but back only to the original line of scrimmage at the 8, that I'm sure these officials would prefer their regular season outings for the crowd to be like they are now.
For sure, and the coaches.
It's a little bit more laid back. Yeah. There's, not as much. Not as much on the line. No one's yelling for the official to have measured that a moment ago. Here's a low snap to Hansen. Scoops it off the turf to the 5. And boy, he takes a shot. Ratzlaff decleats him at around the line to gain, but they have him spotted at the 3. So just a yard short after that gain of 5. 11th play of the drive coming up here, and it's 4th and a football.
You're not going to measure that.
After all that we just said, you're not going to check that out. Hansen in the gun. Quarterback play to the right, has the first down, still spins his way across the goal line. And Hansen, with a pair of throwing scores, now has a rushing score as well. And with that, the West All-State squad has taken a 2-score lead. They're up 19-10.
That was big right there for the West. Not only did they score a touchdown, they bled off quite a bit of time.
Well, they took over at the 6:55 mark, so just under 4.5 minutes of time of possession on that particular drive. And what is their second possession of the second half? And this is the fun that's been the extra point tonight. And that line drive kick, while it had the height and the distance, it did not have the aim. It was wide right. 2:28 to go here in the third. The West All-State squad 19, the East 10. Back after this on Squirtle TV and streaming across the Sports Animal streaming platforms.
East River Roustabout, centrally located in Oklahoma,
provides construction services specifically tailored for oilfield projects. Our team consists of highly skilled, experienced professionals who offer a wide range of services in construction, maintenance, and operations, focusing on both upstream and midstream sectors. With a combined 44 years of experience in pipeline and roustabout services, our team leads have a proven track record of success for major energy companies. So call the team at East River Roustabout today, 405-849-5156.
Welcome back, everyone. West All-Staters on the scoreboard after an 11-play drive that covers 64 yards and just shy of 4.5 minutes time of possession. It is the West leading 19-10 after the missed extra point. The East, they've got to find something offensively. Again, they'll have solid starting field position with that squib kick that's filled it and returned over the 40 and down at around the 45-yard line. On the return was Ryan Woody of Bishop Kelly.
I still think they're 15 yards away from being a field goal.
Yeah, I'm with you.
I mean, at least try it. I mean, he's kicking it through the uprights from the 35.
We're talking about Kyson Spencer, the prior product who played defensive back and kicker in high school, who will be kicking at the JUCO level. They're in Miami at Northeastern Oklahoma A&M, the Norsemen. One of my favorite, by the way, one of my favorite state mascots when it comes to collegiate level.
No, it's awesome, but also it doesn't make a lot of sense.
It doesn't, but I mean, I don't think the Viking, put it this way, they made it all the way to Miami, Oklahoma.
Yeah.
The history books missed out on a lot.
Yeah, I feel like they wouldn't have liked the heat.
That's not the revisionist history that I know of.
Here we go. We got a reverse.
A little double reverse coming near side and up the right edge over midfield. Nice run there for Ben Daniels.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of movement for a 7-yard gain, but in plus territory.
Hey, I think they're back in the plus yardage too now, aren't they? +1.
Yeah. And actually, I was watching the far sideline, Judge. Should have been paying attention to the near side. That was a 9-yard gain. 2nd and 1. Something that got the eyes shifting a little bit. I do like that play given how.
Yeah, you got to do something. They got one-on-one down here at the bottom. 2nd and 1. Take a shot. Throw the post. Faked it. Got him.
And has Ricky down the left side, able to find his man Daniels again. Daniels, if he could have kept his footing, he may have taken it to the house. Either way, it's the largest pass plays of the game for Carter Ricky, a Lincoln Christian. And it's all the way down to the West 24-yard line. So a gain of 21 on that play. Now they're certainly into plus territory in yardage.
We're in field goal range now.
That too. We've already had a 34-yard field goal made in this game by Kyson Spencer. Ricky in the gun. 2 receivers right. Play action. Stops, and that one batted back into his face with a little shove after the fact. That coming from Luke DeBusk, a 6'1", 230-pounder out of Jones. As I mentioned, all-state baseball player as well. But look at his numbers for his career. 322 career tackles, 16 of those for a loss, 7 sacks, those coming this season, 4 interceptions, and 6 fumble recoveries.
Well, there's a reason Jones played here in December. That kid's like him.
So that incompletion brings up the 4th play of the drive, and it's 2nd down and 10. Closing in, though, on the red zone. Ricky receives a snap, runs behind a pair of blockers to the right, muscles his way to the 21-yard line. Gain of 3 on the play, 3rd down and 7. Awaiting the East with 1:13 to go here in the 3rd.
This is big right here. I mean, I know I was joking about the field goal, but You don't want to lose yardage here for sure.
That's what I was about to say. That's the big thing.
Yeah. I mean, a field goal gets you to a one-score game. I mean, I know obviously you're trying to get the first down, but
now
it's our first penalty.
A false start.
We spoke it into existence.
Yes.
I was kind of hoping we'd go penalty-free. I don't know that I've ever watched a football game that's been penalty-free before.
Well, my thing on that is it really a false start if it didn't draw the other team off sides? Like, we're really calling that? I mean, it's only 99 degrees after sunset here in Edmond. Sugarrath in motion. Ricky fakes the run, now rolls out, throws right, pass broken up. Great job getting back defensively for the West, and closing that ground was Briar Davenport of Wynnewood. He's not a great kicker, but he's a heck of a defensive back from what we've seen. He's had a couple of passes defended in this game.
Yeah, that was big right there because they had him a little post corner route off that fake quarterback power.
Kyson Spencer now will come out. He's already hit from 34. That was with the wind at his back. This will be between the hashes and will be a 44-yard attempt. A late arrival to the party, Randy Goodeagle. It's over on the far side. Of course, they can't rush. And now a timeout taken by the East. 23 seconds, so close to the quarter break. We will go ahead and leave it right here. And in full confession, I haven't looked at your schedule, Coach. Do you start your year in week 0, or do you?
We do. Yep. We've got the War on 74 in week 0. Crescent's coming over for that rivalry game to start the year off. So that'll be fun. Good way to start it off. And then we're going to go play Kingfisher for the first time ever.
Really?
Yep.
Did not realize y'all had never played before.
Never played before. We went up to 2A this year. So I tried to play them forever, and I don't blame them for this, but they were always, we're not going to play Class A school, which I get.
Yeah.
But, so we're going to play them and then go to Kingfisher, and then we go to Fairview. Those are our 3 non-district games. So we'll definitely have an idea of who we are by the time we get through that, because those will all 3 be games that will definitely be challenging.
So this, between the hashes, officially a 43-yard attempt, a north to south kick, a slight breeze out of the south, being somewhat blocked by the ginormous video board. And this kick has plenty of leg, and it is good. Kyson Spencer, the future Norseman, knocks home his second field goal of the game, and it is 19-13. West still up by 6. Back after this on Squirtle TV and the Sports Animal streaming platforms.
Summer job, babysitting money, graduation gifts. Sounds like it's time to open a free student checking account with Communication Federal Credit Union. It's made for teens and tweens. Open your new account and get a free Visa debit card for secure shopping power online or in stores. Plus, mom and dad can transfer money in and manage it all from the app. Go to comfedcu.org for details. Communication Federal Credit Union.
No matter what comes our way, we'll always put you first. You're more than a patient. You're someone we care about. And we're working hard every day to keep you safe and continue to give you the best care so you can feel comfortable here. Not because Stillwater Medical is a healthcare provider, but because we're your provider. And we're ready to see you and serve you right here at home.
Welcome back, everyone. 16 seconds remaining till the quarter break. The East capping off a 6-play drive that culminates in a 44-yard field goal from Kyson Spencer Pryor. He's hit from 34, now 44. That one into a south wind, and here he is to boot into that south wind, and plenty of leg again. This one, though, held up and will be returned from the 3. Out over the 20,
chance.
30.
See ya.
Could be a house call. And Spencer, the kicker.
Yeah, great open field
He
tackle.
makes the tackle, and then he throws his shoe the other direction. I like a kicker that's got a little bit of moxie about him. Camden Lane thought he was off to the races, and Spencer with a shoestring tackle.
Literally.
Remember, he's a defensive back, too.
Yeah. Literally a shoestring tackle.
And then took his shoe and promptly threw it about 10 yards the other direction.
That could end up being big if the East can get a stop here, because that sure looked like a touchdown to me.
Well, that was the last line of defense, the kicker, Spencer. He makes a touchdown-saving tackle. But the West, with great starting field position, begin this drive at the East 47-yard line. 6 seconds to go in the quarter. They'll stick to the ground game here. Handoff. Near side run over the numbers and down to around the 38-yard line. As Dutton Taylor on that carry picks up 9, and that'll take us to the quarter break. Fourth quarter time here in Edmond when we return to the West All-Staters 19, the East 13. Back after this on Squirtle TV and the Sports Animal streaming platforms.
Dr. Devin Nightingale is your chiropractic choice in North Edmond with easy access from Cashion, Guthrie, Luther, and all the Oklahoma City surrounding areas. As a former college athlete, Dr. Nightingale understands the importance of a fully functioning body to gain that competitive edge. Also certified in prenatal and pediatric treatments, Dr. Nightingale sees all types of patients, ranging from 2 weeks old to 97 years old. We offer conservative treatments to get you back in the game, whether you're a weekend warrior or a professional athlete. So give us a call at 405-471-5565 for a free consultation today.
Welcome back, everyone. Fourth quarter time here in Edmond, Chad Richardson Stadium. It is the site of the Oklahoma Coaches Association All-State Football game, the final game of 11 festivities, 11 games, I should say, taking place here over the last 4 days. Quick glance at the numbers. The West, 258 yards of offense on 52 total plays. They really started to find their stride after that first quarter in which they had only 6 total yards. The East, on the other hand, at least they're in the positive, 41 plays for 57 yards. At one point there in the third, they were in the negative. Here's a handoff up the middle to Taylor. He fumbles the football as I believe the West was able to retrieve it. And retrieve it for a first down, it appears.
Got a break there. I think it bounced right back to him.
Recovered by Taylor.
And it did. Initially, he was going to be short of the first down, too. It's kind of huge. He was hit at around the 38, and when he ends up on top of it, it's at the 36. So first down now and 10 from the left hash. Hanson receives the snap, looks left, in trouble. Now steps, fires, has a man through his hands. With a step on the defender was Boomer Brooks of Marlowe. And that one, he just, I don't know if he didn't see it. Because, I mean, it went right through his hands.
It's hard to tell up here, like, what angle the defensive back, maybe lost it in his arms or something. I don't know. But, good play call. They pumped the bubble screen and had him down the sidelines. Early, there was no one around him, but the pressure kind of kept him from being able to throw it.
Second down and 10. Near side jet sweep. That one making inside the 35. Stood up at around the 31-yard line. Jamil Alexander on the play.
Yeah, the West has had some success here in the second half, moving the football. Found some ways to run it a little bit. Been running the counter pretty well on this drive. So 3rd and 5. It's kind of big here.
So 3rd down here. Line to gain the 26. Snap will come from the right hash. Left to right, handoff up the middle. It is Taylor again, stuck, but he keeps his legs pushing backwards, and I think he got it. Lost the headgear, but has enough for a first down, it appears.
Yeah, I think so. First down for sure.
So here comes the 6th play of the drive, and maybe more importantly, with a 6-point lead, the West milking some clock here. I think after this play, they will have taken 2 minutes off of the 4th quarter clock. Tailback to the left of the quarterback, Hansen, is White Tillery. Sends a receiver in motion. Hansen keeping it on his own. Bounces it out near side. He's corralled and taken down here on the near side. Making that tackle, Quentin Box of Allen.
His dad's a head coach, or was.
So gain only to the 25-yard line. While he is exit stage left, I'd like to say thank you to Josh Nelson for bringing me in some Raising Cane's. Have a thing. I don't eat before broadcast, but I'll certainly eat on the ride home. Hansen handing off, jet sweep to the left of the left hash and over the 20-yard line. That carry by Seth Wilson. Wilson has it all the way down to the 18-yard line, excuse me. Pickup of 7. Here comes the 8th play of the drive. And, Coach, they've already worked off 2.5 minutes of game clock here in the 4th.
Yeah, no, they've got a pretty good plan. Attacking the perimeter and then coming off of that with some runs inside.
Hansen with a bubble screen throw to the left, had 4 receivers stacked over there. He kept his footing up the sideline and makes it all the way down to the 1. Boomer Brooks, who had that would-be touchdown pass go through his hands.
He about redeemed himself there.
It's all the way down to the 1. Now, I gave that thank you a moment ago to Mr. Nelson. Give it to you again. Thank you for the Raising Cane, sir. He wasn't in the room. And timeout taken here with 8:56 to go in the 4th. We'll take it with him. 19-13, West All State in front. Back after this on Squirtle TV.
St. Mary's Regional Medical Center, your health hub for Northwest Oklahoma, is proud of our award-winning quality care and robust service lines that are comparable to those offered in larger hospitals, but with a close-to-home, compassionate approach to care for our community and surrounding neighbors. To learn more about our services, visit stmarysregional.com or call 580-233-6100 today. Physicians are not employees or agents of this hospital.
This is Game Time. Neptune Game Time creates a high-energy game day atmosphere that your players and fans will love. Every song in our database is 100% lyric safe, which means you can stop screening music for good. Game Time also provides custom messaging to help you promote your upcoming events, concessions, and event-specific announcements. And it gives you the opportunity to sell sponsorships on your station that will generate revenue for your athletic department. Amp up your game day with Game Time.
Wiggins Auctioneers is a
Welcome back, everyone. 8:56 to go here in the 4th. Jay Lindley alongside Coach Lynn Shackelford. 1st and goal from the 1, and a heavy package here for Hansen, the quarterback in the West. And now they shift it out. 4 receivers to the left. Quarterback draw, perhaps. Snap back to Hansen up the middle. It was a draw. He is met. And they're going back to my dodgeball reference earlier. Interesting strategy. Let's see how it works out for him. As Kellen Fry of Cushing came through to make that stop, and a loss of 3 back to the 4.
This is big here for the East. They really need to find a way to keep them out of the end zone.
Fry going to East Central to be a Tiger. Hansen in the gun, receives the snap, handoff up the middle, and nearly walking in untouched is Tavian Holland of Duncan. So with that, the West has taken a controlling 2-score lead, and it's not one that a field goal for the East. Going to draw them back within a score now. They're at a point where they got to find a way to score some touchdowns.
Yeah, and they haven't been able to really even threaten that yet. So it's a tall task for the East at this point.
And a drive that eats up just shy of 4 minutes of game clock. And the extra point is good for Davenport. And with 8:17 to go here in the fourth, it is the West in control. They're up by 13, 26-13 here on Squirrel TV and streaming across the Sports Animal streaming platforms.
Wiggins Auctioneers is a full-service auction company well-versed in selling farm and range land, minerals, commercial and residential properties, as well as equipment, estate, and trust liquidations. In order to better serve our clients, Wiggins Realty offers conventional for-sale listings as well as buyer representation. Whether buying or selling, auction or conventional, we want to be your trusted company. Wiggins Auctioneers, 3 generations strong and setting the standard since 1963.
Life moves fast, and you deserve internet that keeps up. Say hello to Pioneer Fiber Internet with blazing fast gig fiber speeds designed for the way you live, work, and play. From ultra-smooth streaming and lag-free gaming to lightning-fast downloads and crystal-clear video calls, Gig Fiber gives you this.
Welcome back, everyone. Back in time for this West Side kickoff, and this one out of bounds, procedure penalty. Let's take a look at the scoring drive recap for the West All-Staters. How about a 10-play, 53-yard drive that began at the tail end of the fourth, and all it eats up 3 minutes, 59 seconds of game clock, and is capped by a 4-yard rushing score from Tavian Holland, the Duncan product. He's had quite the career, helped the Demons to the postseason for the first time in 5 years. And really, Coach, he's had quite the game. 7 carries for 45 yards in this game for Holland.
Well, and he's got some catches, too, out of the backfield that have, on those bubble screens that have been really effective. The West, at the exception of their opening drive in the second half, I mean, they've looked really good. I mean, in my opinion, I think Coach Corbin's done a good job of mixing up what he's doing and playing the complementary plays off of each other. They've done a really good job. The East needs to figure out some way to get the ball in the end zone right here.
Have Carter Rickey, who, by the way, never losing in high school, but he is running the risk of losing this all-state game. He plunges ahead, has nowhere to go. That play almost busted up from the beginning. And in there again, LeBron Royal, he wasn't the only guy there, but my goodness. Anyway, we're going to post-game take a look at our players of the game. My question to you, sir, do you want to do offense and defense for both teams or just one each? One each, we're being told.
Well, there you go.
Man, I want to make a strong call for the defense, even though the West and Asen Hansen has obviously come alive, man. This Royal kid has been all over the place today.
Well, their defensive line has been really good.
Ricky airing it out deep down the right side.
Oh, what a goal.
Oh, he loses
man.
it. He had one hand on it. The DB had the other arm basically draped down. And Tyler Kerr, no, sir, that's not pass interference. That is a heck of a play.
I didn't see a flag.
I didn't see a flag. I didn't see defensive holding. I don't know if you're secretly rooting for the East over there.
The defensive holding was offset by the tackle on on number 7 in red. Because that's the only way they've blocked Royal, I think, tonight. Also, we haven't mentioned the nose guard. Number 30 is massive.
Yes.
Torres. I mean, he's huge.
Snap back to Ricky, looking to pass, fires, pass, caught, and first down yardage over the 45 and into West territory near the 40 with that snag out of the air. Ty Guest. So Guest making the grab. Hey, you mentioned the nose guard, Gustavo Torres of Lindsay.
What a great name.
Yes. And he is. He's got a set of thighs on him.
Is he going anywhere to play?
No commitment on here. Huh. And I am kind of curious about that. I mean, I know yesterday at the All-State basketball game, I did see some college coaches kind of lurking around there, and college coaches that didn't have any commits there. So I'm kind of curious as here's Ricky getting hammered down at around the 40-yard line. You know, at this point, college roster's already set, but if there's anything here, perhaps get someone a look down the line. Has it happened? I don't know. That's why I'm asking you.
I don't know if it's happened. I know it's happened at the 8-man All-Star game before. I don't know about here. I mean, the way Division 1s and 2s and work now, I mean, like you said, I mean, their rosters have been pretty set. Now, maybe, I don't know, maybe you show up and some kid you thought was going to be there isn't there anymore, so you come back and ask one of these kids. I don't know. But
Ricky throwing an interception that may be a game clincher as Jake Farley of Carl Albert coming up to make that. Farley, by the way, will be playing at Friends College, where he is attending anyway. There in the Wichita, Kansas area.
Friends University of Central Kansas?
Yes. So that interception at the 29-yard line, that's going to pretty much do it. 5:56 to go in a 2-score game.
That's sure going to make it hard. Let's see if the West, I mean, you think they can bleed off the last 6, run the ball a little bit? Or do you, it's an all-state game, maybe take another shot. Why not? Still haven't seen him pump the bubble.
They haven't really taken a shot at that. Here's Asen Hansen back out. Of course, we saw Avian Lachlan go down with the injury. Don't know if it's cramps or what, but we haven't seen him since. Hansen, handoff here. And jitterbugging along before being stood up is Wyatt Tillery.
Wyatt Tillery on the carry. Probably looks like there's 85 people in blue to Tillery.
Tillery, who's going to Northwestern Oklahoma State. Of course, Sealing not far from Alva. And Tillery picking up a few yards. Gain of 3. Brings up 2nd down and 7. Of course, the West content to milk as much clock as possible. And sure, there's players ready to get out of some sweat-soaked pads. Handoff. Tillery coming near side, makes a cut at the 32, launches forward across the 35 to the 36-yard line, and a gain of 4.
Yeah, doing a good job. Offensive line, second half for the West has played a lot better, opening up some holes. Of course, also I've seen the East. It's been rotating a lot of defensive linemen in and out, so I'm sure the heat is probably playing a factor into that.
It's down there right now. You have Jackson Jones of Valiant, who, by the way, going to Southeastern. Jackson Cuesta of Durant down there as well. Here's Hansen, swings it out into the left flat and a forward pass, so incomplete. And that one will stop the clock. It was intended for Altus product, Jamil Alexander. That incompletion stops the clock with 4:29 to go here in this fourth quarter. The West, though, leading by 13, 26-13. Out of curiosity, because the hot weather here, what for you, Coach, is your practicing strategy as you guys will fire up here in just, another week?
No, Monday. We start Monday.
You're there. Okay, you're there.
Yep.
Mornings?
We're going to go in the mornings for the first week because we don't have school. So we're 8:30 to 11.
High snap brought down out of the air, and here's a nice punt that drifts and then checks up at the 42, takes an east hop across the 45.
Look like your 9-iron, doesn't it?
Certainly not my wedge. I tend.
And then the next week when school starts, I mean, we've got practice scheduled, but we'll have to wait and see what the weather looks like. Because, we've got the new rules in Oklahoma now with the heat and
the wet bowl. Yeah.
So,
of course, and I do Texas high school football. They've had that rule in Texas, I think, for about 4 years now.
And a lot of schools, like when Texas did it, when it was a recommendation in Oklahoma, a lot of schools still did it and still went by it, especially every school that had an athletic trainer on staff. But I mean, it can get kind of tricky, when you're, especially the small school, when you've got kids leaving in the morning to go to Votech, or you've got kids at work after school, just trying to figure out a time. If you can't go at your normal practice.
Out of curiosity, have you? I mean, I've actually called a game like this. Have you been a part of a game yet in the early part of the season that was pushed back due to the heat?
Yeah, we've pushed some back to 8 before.
Mm-hmm.
It's still hot, but at least the sun's not beating on you.
Isaiah Drake throwing this one over the middle, a little bit behind his intended target, and an incompletion, almost an interception, as he was going there over the middle for Bryce Ward.
We played a game at Rejoice. I think it was 4 years ago.
I believe that's the year that my game was pushed back.
Where we pushed, it was, temperatures were like they've been this week, and we pushed it back to 8. And when we kicked off, it was still 130 degrees on the turf.
Yes. It's funny you say that because that very same week, the games that I do, here's 4 wide, and Isaiah Drake rolls to his right, throws on the run, high and away, incomplete, 3rd and 10. And doing football down in Texoma for the Sherman Bearcats. That year, Sherman-Denison, the longest-running rivalry in Texas, that game has been moved to the first game of the season due to the fact they're in now different classifications, one in 5A1, the other in 5A2. Same deal. And the local weather guy down there had actually did a running history of kickoff temps for all the games. And that was by far and away the hottest. And like you said, the air temperature at 8 was still 102.
Yeah.
It was miserable.
It was miserable. Yeah.
And by the way, I was at the old press box at Sherman. I didn't have this nice AC, so I was right there with them. I felt it as well. Pickup of 9 now, and that's going to bring up 4th down and short, and really the last gasp, if you will, for the East All-State squad.
Yeah, I mean, they've tried to take some shots down the field. They just can't. I mean, they can't give them enough time. I mean,
here's Drake in the gun with a pair of tailbacks, one to each side. He receives the snap, tries to take it on his own, and that one goes nowhere. Sneaking back there is Rustin Cook of El Reno, also going to Northwestern, getting back there and making that stop. And a turnover on downs, and the West is going to win this all-state game, up 26-13 with 3:13 to go.
Yeah, this is just, 2 first downs? I got a guy like in the press box, when we do this, it's like, if you got the whole breakdown.
It's been 4 the entire game.
Yeah.
And 2 in the first half, 2 in the second half for the East. It's been a tough evening for the East All-State squad.
What do you think the West needs? 2 first downs, 3 first downs for this one to be over?
Well, the East side has –
I'm not a math guy.
East has 1 timeout remaining. I think really, if you kind of chunk out a first down here instead, how about a home run up the left sideline? 30, 20, 15, 10, icing on the cake for the West. Well, let's forget how we're going to run out the clock, and let's just throw it quickly out to the left side and let Hudson Abel of Oklahoma Christian have a nice house call to end this game, 32-13 now with 3 minutes and 1 second to go in the fourth.
I like it. Coach Corbin didn't come here to take a knee.
He promptly said, what are you talking about running out the clock?
Or it was, hey, we can get 6 yards on here. It went to the house.
I think that was probably the case. And probably at this point, the east side.
I think the motivation is probably drained from most on the east at this point.
I was about to say, I think the east side motivation is probably about like the kicking leg of Pryor Davenport.
Weakening.
Has good intentions, but a little bit off target.
Weakening as the game has gone along.
32-13, West All State in front, 3:01 to go in the fourth. Back after this on Squirtle TV.
Evolve Events strives to provide a top-tier youth basketball experience in the OKC metro area. Our goal is to create a safe, competitive atmosphere that also works within your budget. We are focused on facilitating an environment that will help all players, teams, and coaches grow. Whether you're aiming to take your skills to the next level, secure a spot on your school team, or one day hoist a gold ball at the Big House, Evolve Events has a platform for you. Don't just play, evolve. Visit our website at evolveokevents.com to get signed up for an Evolve event today.
Anger, anxiety, worry, and disbelief, these are normal emotions to feel with an unplanned pregnancy. You have options, and you are not alone. Hope Pregnancy Center in Alva is a safe, confidential, and compassionate place to land. Hope offers free pregnancy testing and ultrasound, and you will be provided education for all your options. Remember, you aren't alone. We can help with hope. Visit thinkimpregnant.org. That's thinkimpregnant.org.
It's more than just your lawn. It's your grass kingdom, your green canvas, your fairway to heaven. It deserves the Kubota Z400 with class-leading speed, agility, a powerful transmission.
Welcome back, everyone. Well, that's a real quick scoring drive recap. About one play and a house call, and took about a whopping 15 seconds. East now down 32-13. We're talking off air about the performance of LeBron Royal so far, the 6'1", 212-pounder out of Carl Albert going to Emporia State. Quick glance at his career numbers, Coach. How about this? 235 career tackles, 66 for a loss, and 21 sacks to go along with 7 fumble recoveries. He's got like 3 sacks in this game.
Yeah, and probably 3 tackles for loss. No, he's been definitely an issue for the east side.
I think it's going to be an issue in the MIAA.
Yeah, I think so too.
If UCO is part of the MIAA, I'm sure some of their coaches gone, man, how did we miss this kid right down the road? And Carl Albert.
Yeah, I think that question's probably asked a lot. UCO. If it's not, it needs to be.
Yeah, with what we've seen, hey, the guy has a motor. He has been practically unstoppable today. He's one of those kids that I am certainly going to have to just kind of follow along at a distance just to kind of keep up, see what he does. So it's first down and 10. This drive begins at their own 47-yard line, down, though, by 3 scores. And it's Isaiah Drake. A little double reverse. How about a wide receiver pass? How about a dropped interception for the West by Rustin Cook?
I don't know if Rustin ever saw it until it hit him in the chest. They had him. He was open.
So that incompletion brings up second down. We finally got to see a trick play from someone.
Yeah.
I was ready for that. I thought I'd see a couple of those in this game.
Yeah, normally you get them like early, first quarter.
Yeah, right off the bat, get the crowd into it.
Set the tone a little bit.
Second down and 10 here. 2:53 to go. It's Drake in the gun, looking to pass, pumps once, now doubles back to the right with a little slip out screen to Jacob Beck, and that one picks up a couple of yards, making it to midfield with a gain of 3. Third down and 7. Drake.
We trade quarterbacks.
Yeah, Carter Rickey checking into the game here. He comes in with third down and 7. Still has the tailback Jacob Beck to his left. 3 receivers left, wide side of the field. Rickey from the right hash takes the snap, rifles, pass, caught, snagged out of the air here on the near side by Ty Guest, the 5'10", 170-pounder for a first down to the 39-yard line. Really, Guest has turned out to be probably the most profitable target of the day.
Yeah, he's played well. It was a great tackle there, too, by 21 Dawson Thomas from Washington.
Clock still ticking, now under 2 to go here in the fourth. And the East pretty much playing for stats. Rickey in the gun. 3 receivers right, 1 to the left. Receives this one, looking to his right. Now plants, fires, pass, bobbled and dropped. I believe that was that one tipped at the line.
I don't know. It came out weird.
It
looked like it from up here.
I thought it might have been touched because once it hit kind of the line of scrimmage, it kind of butterflied on him a little bit. It's kind of fluttered.
Second and 10 East from the west, 39-yard line.
So second down and 10 after that incompletion. 3 receivers left, tight side of the field. Rickey, bubble screen to the left, and his receiver met immediately by a sea of red. Ryan Woody, the receiver of Bishop Kelly, and really didn't have much going there. Picks up a couple of yards. There's the clock ticking toward 1 minute to go here in the fourth.
Number 43, Justice.
Big thanks to the PA announcer for giving me that little intel. They credited Aiden Justice with the tackle.
Okay.
But I'm going to say there were probably 3 or 4 guys that had a piece of that one. Only a gain of 1. Here's third down and 9. Snap back. Rickey looking to pass. Has time here. Now it's flushed backwards, in trouble, throws it away. So this will be it for the East, their final play of the game, and likely the final play we have with any sort of real action.
Yeah. Might as well throw it in the end zone.
And the timeout taken here by the East All-State squad. Of course, do invite you to stick around for the post game. We'll do a quick wrap-up. We'll give our players of the game. We will also give for you some stats. No, we will not have a play toward the end zone. You get to see our favorite player so far, Kyson Spencer.
I like it.
He's hit from 34, 44, and now will attempt a 54-yarder. And I do believe that Coach Harris iced his own kicker.
Yeah, he did.
Have you ever done that?
No.
I'm just curious. Or have you ever had a kicker like that?
I've never had a kicker we've lined up for a 54-yarder. No.
Just out of curiosity.
And if we did, I wouldn't ice him. I don't know why. I'm sure there was something, but they can't rush. I mean, what's it matter if you weren't lined up right?
Only thing I can think is I wasn't really. Maybe the play clock was down. That's the only thing I can think. And my eyes weren't. That's one thing. We talk about the rust. The rust for a play-by-play guy. Here's your little window into my world, Coach. When you go to stadiums, the first rule of thumb: identify where the clocks are.
Oh, yeah.
And then pay attention to them. As you can tell, I've not broadcasted the football game since November 14th. of last year, and a lot's happened since then. And I failed there to see what was going on with the play clock. I'll get better with that within the next 27 days, I promise. So here again is Kyson Spencer from 54. Snap is back, kick is on the way. It's got plenty of leg, and it is good. 34, 44, 54. Kyson Spencer with the gold shoes, ready to be a Norseman, knocks it down from way downtown.
He's not going to be a Norseman long.
And looking at it, by the way, I think you could have pushed him back another 3 or 4 yards. You weren't going to get to 60, but you could have got it from about 57 for sure. Wow. Now, I will also say in live action, the trajectory was a little bit low. It might have.
Yeah, but out here, nope, you can't rush him. Let him give it a shot.
Heck of a leg. Get to see that leg one more time here on this kickoff. 32-16, by the way.
I wasn't paying attention. Did he kick it off the ground or off the tee? I thought he kicked it off the ground.
I did too. I think all of his kicks have been legit off the ground. That's Spencer there at Pryor. It's a big enough. Pryor have soccer?
Oh, yeah.
I thought I'd be interested to know. Did he play? Because he has got a boot.
I bet he played at some point in his life.
Yeah.
Whether he plays now or not, I don't know. But oh, yeah, Pryor's facilities are incredible. They've got the Google plant in their school district.
So the West kicking to the east. Can you explain that one to me?
So they get tax revenue from the return.
Nice return there for Jacob Beck, who hurdled a man.
So we didn't mention, for everybody that's confused right now, as to why the East has the ball again. There's a rule in the All-State game that if you're down, in the second half, you're down by 12 points or more, you get to keep receiving the kick until that's no longer the case.
Gotcha. Okay. Did not know that.
So that's why it wasn't make it, take it.
The other funny thing about that is, remember, I had said early on that the East, as far as offensive possessions go, had one less because of that scoop and score. Now
we evened it up.
Now possessions are even after that because of that little rule. Only 11 seconds to go on this one, 32-16.
I think he's out of field goal range.
I was about to say, do we want to just trot out Spencer and let's see if he can knock one down from about, 80-something yards? We do have a flag that is down at around the 20, and that's going to negate a nice return for Jacob Beck.
I think we had a peel back block. Blindside hit.
When you played, did they ever call that?
It was encouraged.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, no, it was. You needed a head on the swivel.
You were actually taught that technique back then.
Yeah. I remember when they changed the rule too. The kids that had been playing, the whole time doing it that way. I mean, it was.
Oh yeah, you saw a lot of it at first. I remember, I swear, you'd see it at least once, twice a game.
Yeah, but I mean, you had to completely relearn a lot of the ways you block stuff.
Ricky with a little Tim Tebow jump pass that's incomplete, and that just stops the clock with 7 seconds to go. 32-16, West All State. They have been after, a really dismal to be honest, given what we saw in the first quarter. If you would have told me that the end result would be the West 32, the East 16, I probably would have taken you up on that because the West looked very discombobulated early.
Yeah, no, they did. They've looked really good at the second half. Like I said, other than their opening possession, where I think they went 3 and out. After that, I don't know that they've had a third down more than 7 or 8 yards. And then even when they had those, they either converted or they got it to 4th and 3 and were able to convert there. So
you said you wanted to see Asen Hansen. Your thoughts on his performance in this game? I thought
he's played really well. I thought he's thrown the ball really well, ran it really well when he needed to. I mean, he was as good as I remembered for sure. But he's a fun player to watch for sure.
Of course, he started out a little bit slow, but man, once he found his rhythm, you can see why the guy completed over 70% of his pass attempts in high school.
Well, and not that kids getting hurt is never a good thing, but
here's Ricky down the right side.
Oh, he caught it.
Caught it with a flag coming in. So what a grab at the right side by Schrickerath, Berry Hill.
And it's the penalty. They're going to get one more play. But you can tell with Hansen when he wasn't substituting out.
Well, I think they're going to wave off the flag, and they are. So with that, this edition of the OCA All State Football game comes to a close with the West winning 32-16. They were up 13-10 at the break and took control of it in the third. Coming up, we'll have our players of the game as well as a look at the numbers. Back after this on Squirtle and also the Sports Animal streaming platforms.
6 surgeons, 4 locations, 1 goal: to improve the health and lives of people in Oklahoma. At Oral and Maxillofacial Associates, we treat every patient like family. As the preferred dental implant and oral surgery specialist of the Oklahoma City Thunder, and with over 30 years of service to our community, we are trusted by professionals and dedicated to expert care. With 4 convenient locations around the metro area, we are here for you. Trust the experts at OMA. Visit our website, www.omaok.com.
Is yours?
Wrapping things up here at the University of Central Oklahoma, where again the final 32-16, the West All-Staters winning this one and really doing so dominant second half fashion. Quick look at the overall numbers as the West, after having just 6 yards of offense in the first quarter, they wrap up with 357 yards of offense on 65 plays, including 117 on the ground off 37 carries. Through the air, 240 yards passing. We're going 15-28 for the East. They end up with positive yardage. Keep in mind, at one point they were in the negative as the East 21 carries for minus 10 yards, while the East passing game, 14 of 35 for 106 and an interception. Overall, 56 plays for 96 yards of offense. Taking a look at some of the individual performers in this one for the West All-State squad with 8 carries for 45 yards. The leading rusher in this game, Duncan's Tavion Holland, who will be going on to play at Southern As. Leading passer, Asen Hansen, who's going to Southwestern Oklahoma State, 12 of 21 passing through the air for 230 yards and 3 touchdowns, despite being sacked twice. Leading receiver yardage-wise was Hudson Abel. Of course, Abel with that 54-yard icing on the cake touchdown late for the West. He had 4 catches for 65 yards total. While for the East All-State offense, as I mentioned, when your ground game goes for minus 10, it's going to be a tough game. Leading rusher was Ben Daniels. He had 1 carry for 9 yards, while quarterback Isaiah Drake, 6 carries for minus 23. Drake being sacked 3 times in this game. Quarterback Carter Rickey of Lincoln Christian, who went undefeated throughout his high school career at 42-0, takes his first high school loss. 9 of 18 through the air for 63 yards, did have an interception. Leading receiver in this game for the East All-Staters, Ty Guess. Guess with 4 catches on 6 targets for a total of 52 yards, including a long of 23 yards. Leading tackler and really, you'd say standout for the East defense was Mason Wright. Wright with a team best 7 tackles. He was also responsible for the East All-State squad's only touchdown, a scoop and score from 60 yards out. Let's go ahead and give you our players of the game, Coach. I'll let you do the honors. Let's begin with the losing squad from the East All-State squad. And who do we have here? I mean, this is first time you and I have worked together. I'm sure people that know you and people that know me, I know we have friends that know both of us. That's how we end up here together.
Yeah.
We can be controversial, and we're going to be controversial for an all-state game. So who is our East Side player of the game?
It is going to be Kason Spencer from Pryor.
When's the last time you had a kicker be player of the game that hit a game winner?
Yeah, I don't know if this probably ever happened. It sure hadn't happened in Cashion, but that's for sure. But no, I mean he was outstanding. I mean,
kickoffs through the end zone. He hits from 34. He hits from 44. He hits from 54. He scored more points than anybody else on the East team. And oh, by the way, he had the touchdown saving tackle on a kick return by the West.
Yeah, no, I thought he was really good. You know, I mean, you don't see that a lot in games like this when you've got. I mean, that's what's cool about this is you get to really highlight some kids that can do multiple things. Because I promise you, he made the All-State team because he was a really good defensive back.
Yeah.
But he gets to come here and he gets to show off what he's going to do in college. So that was really cool.
And like you said, I'm not sure how long he'll be in Miami, but the Norsemen of Northeastern Oklahoma A&M, they've got a great one coming to them in Kason Spencer. Now for the West Side All-State squad, even though the West All-Staters put up 32 points in an outstanding effort by quarterback Asen Hansen, it was the defense that really got it done. I mean, one of the reasons why the East player of the game is a kicker is because they couldn't find the end zone offensively. Thus, we got to give the West All-State defense a little bit of love, and that's where our player of the game resides.
Yeah, LeBron Royal from Carl Albert. I thought he was the best player in the game. I mean, just continually showing up in the backfield for the East. What do you have, 3 sacks?
Close. 6 tackles.
Yeah.
2 sacks. 4 tackles for a loss.
It's not a bad night. No, I thought he was really, really good. The West was really good, especially in the second half. I thought both sides of the ball they played really, really well. And I thought their cohesion was a little bit better than the East, especially in the second half, and that's why they won the football game. But tonight's not about who wins. Nobody's going home and telling the story about how great they played in the All-State game. It's that they were in the All-State game. That's the big thing. It's more of a celebration of a great high school career. Right. The story to be told when you're our age and you're sitting at the coffee shop is, everything you did to get to be an All-Stater, and the fact that you're an All-Stater is pretty cool. And I talk about this at Cashion all the time. Playing in this game and being an All-Stater is a huge deal. I mean, there are some schools like Carl Albert, like Jinx, that have
hundreds of All-State over the course of the issue.
Yeah. And then there's places like Cashion that have had 15 ever. So it's a big deal, and it needs to be celebrated.
And as we pointed out, of at least what we found, and again, some of our research, it's hurried and everything else, but you had 80 participants tonight, and less than half of those are going on to another level to do anything sports-wise. I mean, some of the names we threw out there tonight are going on to play baseball, lacrosse, things like that. They're not even playing football. So for many of the kids here tonight, this was it. This is the last time they'll ever put pads on.
Yep. And it's cool. It's awesome, and they're, I'm sure they had a great time this week, and they've made some new friends. And, it's a great way to end your summer right before you go to college. So hats off to the players, to the coaches that get to coach in the All-State game. It's a huge honor. You only get to do it once. It's a big deal when you get to coach in it. So some really good coaches on both sides today for the East and for the West.
Of course, want to invite everybody to get ready for Squirtle's Game of the Week. That all getting underway in about a month as Oklahoma high school football returns to Squirtle TV. Not to mention the fact you can check out all the new stuff at Squirtle. They now have their own Roku channel. All the schools that are Squirtle school members, you can find their school channels on the Roku TV as well. You want to be sure to get that checked out between now and the end of the month before football season begins. And, Coach, I know I had fun today. I was looking forward to this. You and I have never worked together. I thought we worked together quite well. I enjoyed it.
I thought it was great. I really enjoyed it. Anytime you can talk about football and celebrate high school kids, especially in their accomplishments, I'm on board. So if you ever need me, holler. And as long as I'm not doing anything on a Friday night, I'll be there.
Again, a big thanks to our producers tonight, Tyler Kerr and Josh Nelson. For Cash and Head football coach Lynn Shackelford, I'm Jay Lindley saying goodnight and so long, everyone. The West All-State, they dominate 32-16 over the East. Until next time, be sure to keep it tuned right here to Squirtle TV.